Yo, what is going on, chat? So I plan to play on PTCG Live this morning, but PTCG Live is down, so that's not going to be happening. You appreciate the tier 1 sub there. Car Song, welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of bread, but we got plenty of sandwiches. You appreciate the 10 months there, Burke. Appreciate the 49 months there, J-Car. Yeah, so we're not going to be playing on PTCG Live this morning. It'll come back eventually, probably before I end the stream. I was going to cook up the Miss Mage's deck and then maybe play some with the Steelix Dodrio deck as well. But now I don't have enough room to do any of that, to be honest. Appreciate the 4 months there, Captain. So we will see. Usually PTCG Live comes back before I would actually ever stop streaming anyways. Like usually I feel like it comes back at like 2 or 3 p.m. Yeah, usually I feel like it comes back at like 2 or 3 p.m. But I don't know. What's wrong with Raging Ball EX? Why do people consider it a bad deck? The card seems good. What makes it so bad? I mean, nothing inherently makes a card, well, nothing is truly, things are just, I mean, the way I like to think about it is like things are just better than other stuff. Like, you appreciate the tier 1 there, Pokestar. Welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of mayo, but we have plenty of floorboards. It's not like, I mean, some cards are, when we say a card is bad, it's just other things are just better than it. Other things are more powerful. I don't know. That's how I kind of think of things. It's just a 2-price Pokemon that 1 kills your opponent active. It's like nothing special. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do enough to compete with like actual good decks. The app is already letting you update, so it should be back up well before the 8 hours. Yeah, I updated. Let's see what happens if I go to it now, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Have you made any further changes with the post Guardy list? No. Its first attack, first turn ain't too shabby. If that deck is not drawing a prize card on your first turn, going second, you've already lost the game. There's no way. Pack it up. Is there a list of decks you have / build post rotation? No. You appreciate 18 months there, Mamako. Are you asking if I have a list of decks? Of deck lists? I do not. All the deck lists I built so far are in YouTube videos, so on the YouTube channel. I will be going to Vancouver, yeah. A stage 1 with a scratch attack for 20 is bad. Raging Ball is not good enough. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Yeah, as far as like, I mean, yeah, it depends on what your scale is. If you're looking at, it's like, generally we will only concern ourselves with Pokemon cards that are like in the top 1%. Raging Ball is probably in the top 1% of Pokemon cards, right? But it's not good enough. Any good lists of Pidgeotzard? A lot. Do any of the Twilight Masquerade cards improve future / ancient decks or nah? Well, I'm pretty sure we've only seen the Ogre Pawns, so I don't know what else we've seen. We haven't seen much else. Oh, we've seen like the trio. Salvatore and Zard. What for? I don't know. You tell me. That sounds terrible. What's your favorite soup? Tomato soup's pretty good. The French onion soup's pretty good. Other soups are good. I mean, cheddar broccoli soup is like fine. Not a big fan of chicken noodle soup. That's not very good. I don't know, you have to start throwing some soups at me. Are Temple Forces codes out today in live? They might be, but you can't play with the cards until Thursday. All masters should just agree to play Mew at Vancouver. Mew mirrors all day. I'm down. Will you do a pre-format prediction tier list? I was thinking about maybe doing that today, but I don't know. Yo, appreciate the here and there, Squatty Doo. welcome to the Rat Pack. We're out of lemonade. We got plenty of milk. Do you have any effective way on counting Charizard after rotation? It's not really how it works. Like, yeah, I don't know what tech cards I would want to include in what decks to give myself a better Charizard matchup. And I'm not 100% sure of what decks have favorable Charizard matchups, but I would assume something like Chi-Pao does. Is Ogerpon a flop? I don't know. Go to the future and let me know. Or start grinding the new format. Saw a Raging Bolt deck with a Lunatone Soul Rock engine. It looked pretty cool. That could be cool. Seen everyone put Lost Box at the top of their tier list. It makes you want to build a list? No. Ask me to build a Lost Box list one more time. Lost Tina. Well, I was afraid that something happened to you. All right. I love talking about a set that comes out 3 months after the set we don't even have yet. Same. Just gonna keep hating. I have done 0 hating on Lost Box. I've literally done 0 hating. I've literally done 0 hating on Lost Box. I've just said I don't want to build a list and I think the deck isn't that good. That is not hating. Oh shoot. All right, chat's back. Chicken enchilada soup from Chili's is here. Chicken enchilada soup is a good one. That actually is a good soup. How many boxes of this set should I buy to get a Prime Catcher? Probably should just get the Prime Catcher. Maximum Belt or Prime Tina? Probably Prime. Prime seems really good in Tina. I don't have a tier list for this format though. So if someone has it, I'd have to, yeah, if one of you have a tier list for this format, we can work off that. But when I do the tier list, I always do it off of, well, unless Trainer Hill has that added onto the tier list thing. Let me see. Tier list creator. Can we do like future format? Not really, right? Well, I guess you like just like assign the decks. But we don't have stuff for the, let's see. Cringy EX Terra is very powerful for me. What do you think, Azul? I don't know. Comes out in, ooh, actually doesn't come out that long. Was it a month and a half? See then. Wait, does it come out in that set? It does, right? It's a Crimson Haze card. Favorite set of all time? Not really, no. We'll play Zorobox this weekend. I'll be alright. Realistic Eagles hating. To some, yeah. You play chess? Nope, but I know how to. Are there any rotation cards that you wish would have been able to cook with? Any rotating cards that you wish you would have been able to cook with? Not really. I did most of my cooking. The thing was the Miss Mages. I wanted to play Miss Mages. I didn't stream over the weekend, but I wanted to play Miss Mages then, but yeah. The Ogerpons seem fine. There might not be a main deck engine. I feel like the Ogerpons got to come together for at least a tier 3 deck. Why do all the hardcore gamers in chat think Future Box is going to be crazy broken? It's fine. I'm pretty sure you just invented a scenario for your statement. Play any other TCGs? No, not really. Just Battlegrounds on Hearthstone. That's about it, though. Also on Solar's rotating changes. Lack of Peonia. I mean, there's no Peonia. I mean, it seems like it's still pretty good. Yeah, it seems like it's a good deck. I don't know what the changes should be, but here's the tier list. I appreciate it, Abra. Oh, I gotta not open it there. What do you think about Lost Zone box with Koraidon EX? Doesn't sound very good. I mean, I just don't think Lost Zone box is very good. I guess that covers all builds of Lost Zone box, though. Sage and Dawn convert to Peony is probably great this weekend. I mean, it's not really Sage and Dawn at that point, right? Just Peony Dawn. Although I do like the Cobalion. I do like Cobalion. I think it's really actually, I think it's actually really, really good. Lots of Incineroar with Mantine plus Pokemon Catcher. I mean, Mantine in there doesn't seem very good. I don't know about Pokemon Catcher either. I'm playing Hero's Cape versus Maximum Bell and Arctina. I think you need Maximum Bell to actually beat Charizard. Maybe you could just play like 2 Verzians, so I think you need a way to want to KO 2 Charizards, but hardcore gamer here. Best card in the format? I don't know, probably like Iono or something. It says in the patch notes that it added support for Temple Forces. Yeah, but you can't use it until Thursday. Am I going to UIC? Yes. What's up, Lasso Kid? Is there any chance straightforward decks become S tier? I feel like predictable decks are always mid. Yes. All that matters is how powerful a deck is, not what it can do. Although generally, the more things you can do, the more powerful you are. But it depends how powerful the deck is. Free rotation Lugia. I mean, free rotation Lugia was pretty predictable. It's also pretty good. Hey, I'm prepping for my first regional. Any tips for the event itself or suggestions of people's vlogs to watch it ready for the event? I know Mahone sometimes vlogs events, but that's the only one off the top of my head that I can think of. Oh no, I did it again. Have you decided the deck to use in EUIC or choose the day before? Yep, I've locked in my exact 60 cards. Not gonna change a single one. Wondering what you'll play in Vancouver? Data will be Zard. I will put a Zard in my deck. No matter what it is, there's going to be a Charizard EX. So if I like played something like Miraidon, I'm just going to put one Charizard EX in the deck still. Best Pokemon card in the format? Maybe Charizard? You're talking about Temporal Forces, right? Yeah, maybe Charizard. Probably Charizard, right? It does so much. I mean, Zard's pretty straightforward in general. Yeah, Zard doesn't have too many gimmicks going on. I think when people think of like a straightforward deck, they're thinking of stuff like Miraidon or Moon, I guess. But like Charizard's not like doing anything too crazy turn to turn. Yeah. Is it possible like one of each 60 card? Yeah, you could. Your deck would suck though. I'm going with Kyogre Box, which I think will be strong in Vancouver. Probably all right. Lost Box in general, Lost Box decks in general are just mid. Like there's no like perfect one to play. Bunch of mid decks. How do I like to counter Lugia V-Star? I don't know. I haven't played any games in the new format. What's your Charger build? But you said 3 Buddy Poffin and it had 4 and the 4th card was different. Was I tripping? It was probably just the 4th Buddy Poffin. One of them is just one of them is proxied. I have like three Japanese Buddy Poffins and the 1 proxied one. So it was probably just, I probably misspoke and said 3 when it was 4. Crazy how they make such bad cards and randomly make the most broken cards in the game. I mean, it's not too crazy. They do it all on purpose. Like they can change the cards. They make the cards. It's just what they want to give us. What's not mid? Something that's not Lost Box, probably. What do you mean about Noivern EX and Lugia? Saw some Japanese lists with it. It's interesting for sure. Yeah, what does the Noivern do? It says it can't be hit by basic Pokemon for 2 colorless energy. And you do what? 70 damage? You put a mist energy on there so Sableye can't ping you. The Noivern's interesting for sure. I don't know if it just auto wins the matchups, like the hands matchup and stuff, then it could be worth including, to be honest. Lugia might be broken with the Noivern, to be honest. It's possible. Some lists had like 2-2 in there, though. I don't know how you fit a 2-2. Oh, yeah, the Noivern could be good for sure. Yeah, Noivern could be good for sure, to be honest. 1 Charizard, 2 Iron Hands, 3 Roaring Moon. It's close enough. Are we really sure Mew VMAX isn't winning EUIC? Not yet. The tournament hasn't happened. Everything with Capes is actually so good, though. Yeah, keeps Guardia alive. Thoughts on Ting Lu? I saw your post, Soda. I mean, everything you said was right, but I'd have to test it. What does Ting Lu say again? It stops abilities except for... Like, can you beat Charizard with Ting Lu, though? I don't even know if you can do that. Final Jirachi and Zard? I don't know if you need it. Long before sets come out. Iron Crown has Shred, though. Iron Crown does have Shred, but no one... But, oh, I guess it depends. No, I haven't seen any future hands list with Psychic Energy, but I did see one at the tournament in Taiwan, I think, that did have the Psychic Energy in the hands. So, I mean, it depends if they play Psychic Energy or not. Also, do you even win that trade as Iron Crown, or who wins that trade? You're doing 70. How much HP does Iron Crown have? 220? So they 4-hit KO you, and Noivern has, what, 210 HP? I want to say? Maybe more? And you're only doing 50. So I feel like... I think the Noivern's coming out on top there. Depends how many Iron Crowns you can attack with, I guess. But if you just get far enough ahead, that's all you need to do is get ahead. You don't have to win through it. 260 on Noivern. So you're 6-hit KOing it. Yeah, it depends how many Psychic Energy you play as well, or how much recovery you have. How long before sets come out do you start testing them? I start testing them when they're available on PTCG Live. Is B-Barrel Zard more consistent than Pidgeot Zard? No, I don't think so. I think it just has different strengths throughout the game by playing B-Barrel instead of Pidgeot. I wouldn't say it's like any more consistent though, really. It's pretty similar. Hey, what's up, Azul? In your recent Zard video, you play 3 Buddy Poppin' but show 4. Did you mean to say 4? Or do you have a 61 card deck? I don't know, you tell me. Lugia, good investment. Lugia seems pretty good. It's not as good of an investment as like a Charizard, but... You beat Bibzard, you don't really beat Pidgeysard. Unlucky. Old format Ting Lu could beat Zard with Galarian Zapdos, but I don't think it's possible anymore. Galarian Zapdos, like the little baby one that paralyzes? Are you doing any more pre-rotation dude streams? I've got a Fortress deck I'd love to see you play, but losing Path to the Peak rotation hits the deck hard. Yeah, I'm doing a dude stream tomorrow. Dude stream tomorrow. I think adding Psychic to Turbo Hands deck in general or spending energy to power that up isn't good enough at all. Well, it depends. If people are playing Noivern and you can beat Noivern by playing 1 Psychic Energy, you're probably playing that Psychic Energy. Because it doesn't really hurt your like early game variance at all to play a Psychic Energy. I guess it hurts your hits off of your generators, but like you can just accelerate the Psychic Energy out first with your Miraidon, and then it's not in the deck anymore. And then your generators are hitting just as consistent as they would after that. So like the first turn of generators could be off by a little bit, but yeah, if you're literally just beating, if you're going from I can't win to I can win a matchup, that seems pretty good. Especially if Lugia's like a 10% deck in the meta. Definitely worth it if it's, but it depends on how it develops, right? It depends if Lugia is good, depends if Lugia plays Noivern consistently, and then yeah, and it depends if the Future Hands deck is actually good outside of being able to tech for Noivern and all of a sudden beat Noivern. Also depends if the tech actually works. But if it all adds up, then it's worth playing the Psychic for sure. The update is done. The update is... Oh, is it done? That'd be sick, actually. I was trying to play some Pokemon today. Well, you can update on the update, but I don't know if you can actually log on to PTCG Live. Nope. Update D's. Best A-Spec in Tusk Mill? I mean, probably the Cape. More HP sounds good. Yo, so what's up, my man? Hope you're doing well. Yo, what's up, Galaxy? So you can also power Miraidon, so it's not all bad. Yeah, definitely not. It's like very marginally hurts your variance as well. It's not a big deal. Been testing your mill deck list, super consistent, but I think Mimikyu has to be included. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Mimikyu might be worth the investment to slow down Charizard, or kind of make Charizard play the game. My only thing with the Mimikyu though is like you could play the like if you play the Mimikyu, I don't know how much does it make Charizard actually play the game. Like if they just have a boss for a turn or two in a row to just pick on your bench and then they eventually set up their Charmeleon, like I don't know how much are you really making them play the game. I don't know. Yeah, you can update on PTCG Live right now, but you can't actually play. Any help from Masquerada in rotation? Probably not. It's not looking good still. How do you feel about Arceus Giratina versus Lost Tina post-rotation? Arceus builds feel clunky, but I'm more practiced on the Lost Zone deck. Arcetina is definitely more consistent than Lost Tina at doing what it wants to do, but it's less, I would say it's less powerful overall. Because you just sit there, like, you have less, yeah, you just have a bunch of 2-prizers in play, which, like, makes your opponent's prize trade pretty easy and predictable into the matchup. But, like, Lost Tina has different ways to, like, vary up their strategies and options throughout a game. So I'd say Lost Tina is more powerful, but Arcetina is definitely the more consistent deck. Which would be best, Entei or the new banana hat version in Zard to help with Iron Leaves? I think best would be neither. Because if you're just putting a 2-prizer on your active to answer a 2-prizer, it doesn't really do anything for you. You should be KOing the Iron Leaves with Radzard. You think a Lost Vacuum would be a good addition to remove Baton from Iron Hands in Lugia? I mean, Lugia is so hard to find. I mean, it's good. I don't know. Iron Hands probably runs over you anyways if you don't have Noivern. So it's either play Noivern, and you just can't find the Vacuum. The Vacuum is good in decks that can find Vacuum before it's too late. But if you can't find the Vacuum before it's too late, then playing the Vacuum doesn't really matter. You think 2 Spite Ops to stall a non-attacker in Tuskmill would help in any better results? I don't think so, no. Because if you use anything, that's the thing about like playing that kind of stuff like in your Tusk deck is, all right, let's say you're up against a Charizard B-Barrel deck, and instead of milling for the turn, you send up, let's say you have the Mawile, because I've seen people mention Mawile. Whatever, Block Snorlax, Mawile, it doesn't matter. You put that in your active, you bring up their B-Barrel, and you go pass. Well, to be honest, I guess like if you have Mawile, I guess it'd be like if you've run them out. But the thing it would have to be is you'd have to have run them out of switch cards, which maybe is the win condition then. Run them out of switch cards, and then you go into the Mawile trap, right? I guess that could be the play. And you could Mawile multiple times, actually. All right, I can get behind the Mawile. I can get behind the Mawile. Yeah, my first thought process was like, this seems terrible, but now that I've like fully fleshed it out, yeah, I think Mawile will be fine. Well, would you do Mawile or a Block Snorlax, though? Probably a Mawile, because you don't want to get a Block Snorlax stuck in your active in the early game. That sounds kind of annoying. 2 Spite Ops to sell a non-attacker into... So you're talking about 2 Spite Ops EX? That's probably just not worth the inclusion. There's too much space. You should just play a Mawile, and then eventually you can trap them with Mawile, depending on how the game develops. That'd be like worth trying out for sure. Would you play a 2-2 Noivern or 1-1 Noivern? No clue. Gotta test it. You would ideally... All right, so the way to approach that, Ricardo, is you want to play a 1-1. So that's what you want to do. Now, what you want and what you have to do to make the tech actually work are two different things. Because if you play a 1-1 Noivern line and you find yourself just getting bodied all the time because they like boss KO the 1 or a piece is prized, the question, like what we're trying to do is like, we're like, all right, let's say when we set up Noivern, we beat Iron Hands. It's like, okay, cool. Or whatever deck we're trying to beat with Iron Hands. We're like, oh, or whatever deck we're trying to beat with Noivern. We're like, when we set up the Noivern, we beat so the first question to ask ourselves is, does the tech work, right? Because let's say we set up Noivern and then we still lose. What's the point of playing the Noivern, right? So let's say when we set up Noivern cleanly, we win. It does what we want it to do. We win the matchups we want to win or the scenarios we want to win. We're like, dope. Okay. So it's like, okay, so the Noivern's worth including. The next thing would be, how much does it increase our win rate, right? And if we play a 1-1 Noivern, it's going to increase our win rate less than a 2-2 Noivern. But if we play a 2-2 Noivern, we're hurting our win percentages in other matchups. So there's like a balance to it where it's like, we want to play a 1-1 Noivern because it hurts our other matchups less. But if it doesn't actually give us a high enough win percentage by playing a 1-1 Noivern in the matchup we're trying to beat with the 1-1 Noivern, then we should probably include. Then we might want to go up to a 2-2 Noivern. But it's like a balance to it. We have to figure out, does it feel like it's too much because it hurts all of our other matchups a lot, or does it feel like it's okay to give up that space for the matchups Noivern beats at a rate of playing a 2-2 Noivern, or is it like we can get enough of a win rate increase with 1-1. 2-2 is better, obviously, but just better doesn't always mean better for everything. It just means better for that as a tech card. But if 1-1 doesn't cut it and 2-2 is too much, then we just shouldn't tech at all. If it's like 1-1 doesn't consistently get us out the Noivern often enough to actually utilize it in the matchups we want it, and 2-2 is too much. It's like it hurts our consistency in every other matchup too much, then we just shouldn't add the tech card. But I don't know the answer, but theoretically you want to play a 1-1 because it's very much a matchup specific card. So you want to play as little of that as possible while it's still being able to do what you want to do for it, right? No one plays 2 Spiritomb for their Mew matchup. They play 1, even if playing 2 is better, because you want to get away with as little as possible of the techs that are like matchup specific. Now, if Noivern was just good in every matchup, then play a 3-3, but it's not, right? It's like definitely matchup specific. Is Roaring Mooney X viable after rotation, or should I just retire it? Seems like you should probably retire it. We could work on actually something we could work on today is we could work on a we could work on a I've been like inspired to try Miraidon. Yeah, I've been like inspired to try Miraidon, so we could work on a Miraidon list today. I did try to do it like last week or the week before last week, and my conclusion was I hate this. But I've been like inspired to try it. I was thinking about a list the other day, but I didn't really put anything together, so we could try that. Lax has boss outs. Mawile is just switch. Yeah, Mawile is better for sure. But is 4 Aroma and Lugia a must when you already have 4 Ultra 2 Great and 3 and a Jack? 3 should be good, right? What is the best way to... So basically the way you ask your question is just terrible, Chris. But I'm trying to think of how to explain why your question is bad. If you know 3 is good, then you shouldn't ask me the question. But because you're asking me the question, you don't know if 3 is good. But you have no... You're not putting any numbers behind... You're putting 0 logic behind why you think 3 should be better than 4. You're just saying, well, if I have this much Pokemon search, then I should only need 3 Aroma. But how are you coming to that conclusion? Like, well, I have this other Pokemon search. Well, that doesn't mean anything. It's possible you should be playing 4 Great Ball and 4 Aroma. So we take the archetype Lugia, and we're like, okay, we have this archetype Lugia. There's a perfect 60 out there to play this deck with. What is it? And then we test games and try and figure out what that perfect 60 is. I think at a baseline, it's probably correct to play 4 Great Ball or 4 Aroma first. Now, which of those is better first? I don't know. But I think... You know, based on my experience in Pokemon, it's probably correct to play one of those at a rate of 4 first. It would be hard for me to rationalize playing like 3 Aroma and like 3 Great Ball. But going with that as well, why would we play 3 Aroma? That should also exclude 2 Great Ball 4 Aroma or 2 Great Ball 3 Aroma. We should be maxing one of these first, probably. It's not 100% true. It's possible the correct count of Aroma and Great Ball, if it is also correct to play a split of them, could be something like 1 Great Ball, 2 Aroma. That's possible. That's the correct count. Generally, with Pokemon search cards, though, you're trying to max 1 first because it's just neutrally better. That's not always true, though, especially when you have cards like Irida or Arven in your deck where you can search out specific items. Then, like, playing like weird counts of stuff makes more sense because you want like some constant access to multiple of them throughout a game. So instead of playing like 4-1, maybe you play like 3-2, because it's like if I sometimes find myself Iridian for Nest Ball 2 turns throughout a game, so I want at least 2 Nest Ball. But I don't want to play any more Pokemon search cards, so I'm gonna cut down on my Ultra Ball count by 1 or something like that. But I mean, Pokemon is the problem Lugia has as a deck after last rotation. The problem Lugia had was finding Archeops and putting them in the discard pile. So more Pokemon search cards can only help us find our Pokemon more aggressively, but you have to play other stuff. You have to play attackers, you have to play energy, you have to play draw supporters, and at a certain rate, draw supporters are more valuable than more Pokemon search cards. So there's just like a balance to it. The question would be like, which Pokemon search card is the best in the deck? I mean, people seem to think it's Aroma. It could be Aroma. My list currently has 4 Great Ball and 4 Aroma. So I fiddled around with Lugia a little bit the other day, and I currently have 4 Aroma and 4 Great Ball on my list because you just need to find Archeops. And also finding the Cinccino line is actually really annoying without Nest Ball. Like, the deck doesn't play Nest Ball, which makes it kind of awkward to find Minchinos. Also, not playing 4 Minccino in that deck is literally like, play 4 Minccino. If you're not playing 4, what are we doing here? It has Call for Family, and you need 2 of them on your bench so they don't just get boss knocked out, and then you don't have a big rat to attack with on the next turn. What are we doing here? Why is there not 4 Minccino in every single list? That makes no sense. The Call for Family is just broken. When you go second and Call for Family, I mean, Read the Wind is good too, but you still have that option, of course. Yeah, my list currently has 4 Aroma and 4 Great Ball, and 4 Minccino. Because you need that little fucker. You need 2 of them too, because people are gonna be like, well, I only died a Minccino next turn. Boss your Minccino. Yeah, so the question is, test more, figure out which one you think is better, and then come to a determination on a balance of other cards versus Pokemon search cards, and like just try different stuff out. There's no like your statement doesn't make any sense, Chris, or your question doesn't make any sense because it's like a statement basically saying we've reached X number of Pokemon search, therefore more Pokemon search is bad, which is just never correct. The only thing we're concerned with is there is a perfect 60 for Lugia. Let's go try and figure out what it is. Yeah, but your statement is 4 Aroma and Lugia is 4 Aroma and Lugia a must when you already have 4 Ultras, 2 Greats, and a Jack? 3 should be good, right? And there's not a correct answer of yes or no in this situation. It's just like, first off, it seems like Great Ball or Aroma should be maxed out first at 4, and then you kind of work it from there. How much more do we feel like we need through testing games of Pokemon? In Master Ball? In Master Ball. There's another one. How do you project your win percentages? Play matchups and see how I feel about the... Play games and see how I feel about the matchups. Thoughts on Tina this format? I mean, Dark Tina seems okay, and Lost Tina seems good. Arctina I'm a little bit less convinced on as of late, though. At first I was like, ooh, this seems really, really good, but I've been coming less and less convinced that it's actually that good, to be honest. It feels like Arctina might still be like the Arctina, exactly the way it was like last format. But Lost Tina seems like it's probably going to be at least a tier 2 deck. Are percentages on Trainer Hill reliable? For what? Well, I mean, yeah, it's just taking... the Trainer Hill percentages are literally just come from online tournament results. I mean, I wouldn't take those. I would trust my own opinion before I trust anything someone else tells me or anything a site tells me, but... My biggest surprise from testing is how inconsistent Lugia is. Well, Chinchino makes the deck feel great when it deck works. It feels like it's a lot less now without Burnett. Yeah, losing Burnett is definitely a hit for sure. Yeah, losing Burnett is definitely a hit for sure, but the deck still is solid. Temple Forces comes out on PTCG Live today, right? Nope, it's always on Thursday. New sets always are available on PTCG Live on the Thursday the set releases. Always Thursday. It's just put in the game with the patch today. I'm going to a post-rotation event soon. It's a smaller event, but the prize is quite big. I know people will tech for Zard because they know I play it. Assuming that, what would you advise me to do? It depends what the techs are and what they're playing. It depends how much you'd want to switch to a different deck or how comfortable you are with a different deck. Do you think your projected success will be higher by switching decks or sticking to the same deck even if it's more tech for you? Appreciate this 63 months there, Tyrant. Is there any shot that Cypher Maniac can save Miraidon? Kind of guarantees a generator hit. It does, but you have to have a generator in hand and then have a Cypher Maniac in hand and not want to find something else with your supporter for turn or do something else with your supporter for turn. Cypher Maniac I don't think has anything to do with Miraidon. Yeah, it's just a no. I think no. Have you considered recording your coaching sessions and then uploading them as a video after edits? Nope. You think the TCG meta will be different from the OCG? What is OCG? TCG, OCG. Is Zard insta-win? I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, another thing with that as well, though, like when we're trying to come up, like when you're like building a deck, especially going into like new format, new meta, whatever, you always want to figure out what the deck's most powerful form is. That's what should be your goal initially. Don't worry about tech cards. Don't worry about techs for matchups. Stop that. You all need to stop that. You guys put a Spiritomb here, put a Drapion here. Yo, Noivern in the deck. Yo, I need some answers. I need a vacuum for their freaking. Okay, you don't need any of that. You need to stop and you need to be like, what does this deck look like in its most powerful form? Let's try and make this deck we're playing. We'll just use Lugia Chinchino because that's the example we've been using. Let's just take Lugia Chinchino and let's make it as powerful at doing Lugia Chinchino things as possible, as powerful and as consistent at doing that as possible. And then we're like, okay, in its most powerful form, what does its matchup spread look like? And then from there, we maybe add text or adjust the list around certain matchups. But to begin with, let's just find the deck's most powerful form and then work it from there. You always just want to find a deck's most powerful form, just like neutrally most powerful. Don't worry about this matchup and that matchup. Y'all are way too concerned with how do I beat block Snorlax before you even played a game with a deck. Like, stop. We're not teching for anything yet. Build the deck first in its most powerful form. And then from there, figure out its matchup spread. And then after that, depending on what are the most popular decks in the format or decks we do want to beat, even if they're not the most popular, we tech accordingly. We figure out what tech cards work in those matchups after that. What is your opinion? Enough games to know whether or not to keep a card? That's a tough question, Burma. Like a lot of it just comes down to experience. A lot of it just comes down to feeling, like, and your intuition. It's just like, okay, added this tech card, played the tech card, and it doesn't feel great or it feels good. Let's continue pursuing the idea of it or not do it. Simply understanding what the tech cards do and how good they are is like a good step. And then from there, you don't have to include it just because it works. You have to be like, so this works in this matchup. I understand that, but I'm gonna cut it because I'm not that concerned with getting a percentage advantage in that matchup. But now I know what this tech card does in the matchups it does what it does in. And now later, depending on how the meta shifts, I might include it later. Are we gonna have a period on PTCG Live where Temple Forest comes out and E hasn't rotated yet? No. On PTCG Live, they rotate with the latest set before the rotation happens. So rotation and the new set will happen on Thursday. I think the best Pokemon in the new set are Chinchino, Iron Crown, and Iron Leaves. What are the best for you? No clue. Haven't thought about it. Is your current post-rotation Lugia list in Discord? Nope. Secret. Is Strongest even needed for Lugia then? I don't actually know, to be honest. I still have one in my list, but I would almost... I think you maybe need the extra one prizer for some matchups, to be honest. Will you do a Lugia video like you have been doing for other decks in your channel? Honestly, I probably should. I have the deck like literally built right now, too. I probably will, to be honest. What do you think about Guardy post rotation? It seems solid still. It seems solid. I think Tina might not be the best way to play Arc. Armor Rouge box might be better. It could be. That'd be actually kind of cool if there's better ways to play Arceus for sure. What all is lost Tina losing without a outside of path? Battle VIP pass, which is like one of your main ways to find your Tinas, but you can still have like 4 nest balls, so. You think we'll get 70 HP Turtwig? Probably not. I think they're avoiding that on purpose, but that's unfortunate. Your thoughts on Pidgeot stall? Is it better than just like Block Lax post rotation? Your thoughts on Pidgeot stall seems better than Block Lax post rotation. Oh, Pidgey control? I don't know. It is better for sure. Yeah, Pidgey control is better than Block Lax. Block Lax sucks. That deck sucks. Well, it sucks in terms of just like... Alright, Block Lax doesn't suck. Alright, Block Lax is probably pretty good. It just depends... Like, the Pidgey control deck is like the more powerful deck. However, figuring out what you need in the Pidgey control deck is like harder. Also, the Pidgey control deck maybe does get worse without Peonia, to be honest. The more I think about it... Okay, alright, I take it back. Block Lax might be the only way to play the deck anymore, because without Peonia, you can't like find your specific cards. Alright, maybe actually Pidgeot control sucks, and Block Lax is the only way to play it. Block Lax does suck, though. In terms of like a deck existing, I guess, kind of. It's kind of annoying. Can we start building our decks before then, or will the cards not even appear till Thursday? I don't think the cards appear till Thursday. Although that would be cool if they like allowed you to build decks but just not play with them yet. What do you guys see my first event? Any general tips? Don't overthink things. Or Luminian and Marion to find the ciphers. Yep. Okay, I could see it. I could see it. Also, speaking of Arc, I kind of wonder if Arc Arrow Keys is something to consider. Bro, I actually saw Aerodactyl in a deck. A deck list on one of the Japanese lists, I think. I didn't even realize Aerodactyl was legal still. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was legal still. OCG is Yu-Gi-Oh terms. Well, the Japan format is literally the exact same as the American format. Like, we have the exact same card pool. So I don't think that... I don't remember what the question is, but the answer is no. Let's take Lugia, Chinchino, throw it in the trash. Alright, I'm down. Maybe the Europeans will finally learn to tech for Mew at EUIC. Nope. They managed to remain stubborn to teching for Mew throughout Mew's whole existence. They were able to successfully ignore Mew as a deck. They were able to successfully ignore Mew as a deck until Mew rotated. That's some insane level of what is the word? Would you run it if you ran the Gengar deck, a 3-3-3 line or a 4-2-3 line? Would you run? What would I run if I ran the Gengar deck? I have no clue. Probably want candies though, because you probably want to candy out your Gengar. Turn 2. What purpose does Delphox serve in Charizard EX Pidgeot? The way to KO 2 1-prizers in 1 turn. How much money should we be spending on A-Specs? I mean, it depends how bad you want them, and depends how much they're currently going for. What do you think about the Tinkaton EX deck that won at the beginning of the format in Japan? It's probably terrible. Would you say the most powerful form of any deck is the most consistent form? Well, when I say like most powerful, I mean like just like kind of neutrally most powerful, which means we're not like trying to tech for any deck. Just try and make the deck most neutrally powerful, which generally is its most consistent form, yeah, because you're not like teching. And then from there, the most powerful form of a deck in a specific meta could have tech cards in it, right? Because like we're expecting certain decks to be more popular than others, which means it warrants teching for those more so, right? For sure. But yeah, like just it's neutrally most it's neutrally most powerful form when it's not worried about any matchups is going to be its most consistent form, which also could be the best way to play it in some metagames as well. Do you think a hit and run Iron Treads will be playable with the addition of Matang? Probably not though. Probably not. No. Hey, what's up, Bali? What are your thoughts on the new Greninja GX? Seems solid. What about Arceus Poppy with Iron Hands, Iron Leaves, and Greninja? Seems like a lot, but I guess it could work. What in your opinion is going to be the best deck post-rotation? No clue. Daisy Arc Phone, brother? True. I forgot about that. Can't forget about the Arc Phone. First Luna Control doesn't seem very good. Best card that rotates? Best card that rotates? I mean, probably Genesect V. Tips help Ancient Box clear the Lugia matchup. It's abysmal. No clue. Never played the matchup. It doesn't seem like that bad of a matchup though. It's like 1 for 1 or 1 for 2, and you can eventually win a KO. Also using Miraidon EX from Double Forces with Future Booster as a place for Dragonite and Lost Box. Miraidon EX from Double Forces with Future Booster. No clue. Ancient Box, yes or no? No. Also an Ancient Single Prize deck seems interesting. I don't think it's great. I have to play with it. I have to see how it feels. What deck to play post rotation if you want to start competitive level? I don't know, whatever deck interests you the most. That or I guess Charizard, but I don't know. That could probably get pretty boring. Charizard probably sounds pretty boring to like pick up going into like post rotation as like a new player, because it's going to be like the most popular deck, so you're gonna play a ton of mirror matches, and then I mean the deck's like pretty straightforward, whatever, and then also people are gonna be hating on it as well, which will be annoying. So I don't know. So whatever deck interests you the most, probably, but otherwise I would kind of say Charizard, but I don't know. Charizard sounds like it's gonna get pretty boring pretty fast. I've always Rotom V and Charizard X right now. It's pretty good. What is the best deck to play in a new format for someone who wants to start into competitive play? Whatever deck looks most interesting to you. What do you think are the top 3 decks after rotation? No clue. Charizard's probably one of them. Opinions on Ancient Box? Have any testing with it yet? Nope. And no opinions. Not Path. Not Path. I mean, Path was a good... no, it's probably Genesect V. Path or VIP Pass? But see, like, VIP Pass wasn't, like, that good of a... Like, I don't know. VIP Pass is weird. Because, like, it... Well, I guess it was a good card because you had to play it. But it's, like... I don't know. If VIP Pass didn't exist, like, every deck would just get along fine, I think. I don't know. How would I even, like, think about that, to be honest? Genesect V was pretty broken. Good question, though. Mew VMAX is an insane deck. Don't understand how it does so well in Europe. Mew VMAX, so in the same statement you said Mew VMAX is broken. I don't understand how it wins tournaments. You think that Serena is necessary in Lugia Cinccino? It seems pretty good because like being able to discard cards without discarding your whole hand is like really, really nice, to be honest. Which is what the deck is trying to do. Which like you don't want to like play a research every turn, or like not even every turn, in the early turns, but you still want to get the Archeops out of your hand into the discard pile. So I actually like the idea. I like the Serenas, to be honest. Will Garver still be viable post-rotation? Yep. For Rogue deck, what is best? Raging Bolt, Walking Wake, or Gouging Fire? I mean, probably Raging Bolt, but all of those suck. Those aren't even Rogue decks. Those are bad decks. Rogue deck doesn't mean bad. Rogue means, like, a cool, interesting deck that maybe needs a specific metagame to, like, work in. Rogue does not mean bad, though. Those are just bad decks. Rogue does not mean bad, though. I'm playing the Swarming Rage Durant in a Copper. I don't know what the Swarming Rage Durant does in a Copper Raja Matang deck. Yeah, I don't know what that Durant does, but that sounds like a Swarming Rage. Sounds like a scary Durant. Do you think a Ticketon EX deck could be playable at a competitive level post rotation? Nope. What's your favorite deck you've played for extended time? I don't know. Probably Regigigas level X. Future Box with hands looks like the new Peony Miraidon. Have you tested it? Nope. VIP is the worst good card. It was it was an unfortunate. It was a good card. I just wish it didn't exist. It definitely was a mistake. Yeah, VIP Pass I think is definitely a bad card to have ever made, but instead of Serena, been trying out Arven's. Too many cases where you start Lugia and don't get second chops from Serena. Well, how is Arven doing that for you? How is Arven doing more for you than Serena? I was on Arceus plus Goodra and Vulpix. I mean, Goodra is interesting. Vulpix is like a little bit of a gimmick that like can be pretty easily countered by Charizard by playing Gouging Fire, but Arceus plus Goodra might be pretty good. I'm actually not sure. What decks have you tested for post rotation? 0. I picked up just 20 for each Jam Tower on all of your Durant. Oh, that sounds terrible, actually. Yeah, the swarm is bad. What do you think of Lost Zone Box Paradox without Dragonite? Mid. About what level are you now in ranked on TCG Live? Not sure. Like almost 1,000, I think. Almost 1,000 LP. Arm for Ultra Ball. I think Serena's got to be better than Arven, but I could see it. Have you gotten your free ice cream yet? I have not. From Dairy Queen? I have not. Why are you not adding Rotom Vita Lugia? Because you have Read the Wind and Call for Family. You think Pidgeot EX was a mistake to print? No. What about playing Great Ball and Ancient Box? No clue. You have Artisan though. I feel like Nest Balls and Artisan should probably be enough if you need more basic Pokemon search. But I could see Matangudra lets you use the Moisture Star heal. Yo, the Matangudra though? I could be down with that. Did you see the list of new starter decks? I did not know. Great Ball and Ancient. I could see Great Ball and Ancient Box, so to be honest, I could see that. Are they changing the rank system a bit in patch notes? Apparently, yeah. Do you usually get all the do you get all set cards or just decks you planning to go with to regionals? I get a playset of every single card from every single set. I was like tired last season. There was a point in the middle of the season last season where I had to order 4 Ghastly to have the optimal Ghastly, and I was like, bro, I'm done with this. I'm literally just gonna spend $10 and get 4 of all of these little shitters, and I can't. That way I always have all the little shitters. Because even like freaking, even the EXs are like 50 cents. Even like bad EXs are 50 cents. I was like, I'm just gonna literally get a playset of every single card. I would like to know your professional opinion. Do you think Turbo Iron Hands is better with EX feature or Heavy Baton? Turbo Iron Hands is better with EX feature or Heavy Baton? Like Future Hands? I think Future Hands needs, I think, Baton. You could do both, but you need Baton. What rotating cards would you like to see reprinted? None of them. Any deck in mind that uses Salvatore turn 1, Banette, or Bronzong? Azul, in your Zard Bib deck, you ran 1 Nest Ball. I've done a decent amount of testing with the list, and it feels a little slow to set up. Is the solution to that more Nest Balls, or maybe more supporters, gears, Luminion? Well, what are you coming up short on, Paul? If you play with the deck, what are you struggling to do? Because you have to sit there and be like, I'm struggling to do something. So what are you struggling to do? And then be like, well, it's play a supporter. Well, then you need more supporters. It's like I get some stuff set up, but I don't get a draw supporter. Okay, so add more supporters or add a Luminion. Or maybe you're like, I just don't get enough basic. I get my supporter for return, but I don't get enough basic Pokemon. Let's add more basic Pokemon or add more ways to find basic Pokemon. So it could either be to add more basic Pokemon. So you could play a 4th Bidoof. It's probably a little bit overkill. Or you could add more Nest Balls. Yeah, what is the problem? What cards can not solve the problem, but like mitigate the problem? Then come up with like a list of cards that like can, yeah, I guess solve the problem. Come up with a list of cards that can solve the problem. I mean, you'll never be able to truly solve any problem, right? Sometimes you'll just open a dead hand and pass, but what can help mitigate the situation you find yourself getting into, and then be like, okay, this could help or that could help, and then add those cards and then test with that, see if you need to go further, or see if it didn't actually make a difference, and maybe you need to try a different solution. Picking on the power level of Chien Pao post rotation, it seems like a same power level with almost all of its counters rotating. I think Chien Pao should theoretically get better. But it's had like okay success so far. It seems broken, but Giratina still be viable post rotation. Yep. What do you think about Arceus Giratina? Seems mid the more I've seen it. You appreciate the 4-2 months there, Dylan. Do you always prefer super energy retrieval versus energy retrieval, or a mix? I mean, it depends on the deck. Yeah, Chien Pao seems good though. Do you think Roaring Moon will still be viable without the Moltres? Roaring Moon seems pretty bad. Like a full Roaring Moon deck. Maybe like Roaring Moon. Like maybe Ancient Roaring Moon plus, well, maybe they're both Ancient. Maybe Roaring Moon plus Roaring Moon EX will be okay. What decks were the Ghastlies for? I can't let you know that. That's a top secret. You like to bling out your decks, or do you not care about that? I do not care about that, and I do not bling out my decks. Do you think the Iron Thorns EX will fit well in future hands? Iron Thorns. What one is Iron Thorns? Oh, I have no clue. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Do you think it's acceptable to play a deck that has a bad Charizard matchup at EOIC? If you want to lose, yeah. If you want to do poorly, probably, then yeah, it's acceptable. I've been testing Pidgeot over B-Barrel and Chien Pao, and it seems to fix a lot of the consistency issues. That sounds pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Do you think a vanilla draw 4 supporter would be played, or should it be draw 5? It's a good question. I actually don't know. Drawing 4 does not seem inherently broken. Just like natural, like just playing like, instead of all the supporters that we have that literally just say play it draw 3, like if it was play it draw 4, it doesn't seem inherently broken. But draw 5 might be, maybe that would start where it starts to be, well, maybe that's where it starts to be just good. Like maybe that's comparable to research. That almost sounds better than research though, because you get to keep your hand plus draw 5. That sounds pretty good. How do you know when to scoop a best of 3 in order to try and play all 3 games as much as possible, especially when you're playing slower decks? I mean, you should need to make a judgment call on based on what you think your current win percentage is to win a game or not, and then pick it up or don't. It's like what do I think my guesses of what chance do I have of winning this game from where I'm currently at, and at a certain point you just need to pack it up. It depends how many turns it takes for that to come to fruition as well. Like if it's like you can wait till next turn to see if your opponent has a boss's orders, and then they'll definitely just win in 2 more turns after that. But if they don't have the boss, then you could stick it out. Like you need to like you need to come up with like a breaking point where if my opponent has this next turn, then I will concede. What do you think about Arceus Teen Approach Edition? Seems pretty mid. I was a little bit more hype on it to begin with, but the more I've seen from it, the more mid it seems. Gene Pow has been winning a lot of, at least from what I can tell. It's been winning a decent amount, yeah. New grass item plus Teal Mask Ogre is what Meowscarada needs, right? Hopefully. I mean, I'd be fine with that. Would you blind first or second with Zard now that Buddy Poffin works on later turns? Especially, I think I'd go first. But I'm actually not 100% sure, to be honest. I think I would go first. It's probably matchup dependent a little bit, but it seems like going first with Zard now is probably correct. Probably correct. You appreciate the prime sub there, JYP. Welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of roofs, but we got plenty of windows. What about Roaring Moon with Darkrai V-Star? I don't think it does enough for the deck, no. I mean, it might be the correct way to play it now, but... I think Iron Hands is necessary in Chi and Pow. I'm actually not sure about that, to be honest. I was thinking, I'm actually not sure if Iron Hands is necessary in Chi and Pow. I was thinking, what if you just played like... My thought was, what if you just played like Silene plus like Double Clone, Prime Catcher, Counter Catcher, and you just like use Greninja a lot? I could see that being better, to be honest. I'm actually not sure though. That could be like okay. Depends on the format, but... How long until you start cooking to save Miraidon EX today? I don't know. I should make like draw 5, discard 2 from hand. Then it would be good. Be interesting. Force out a drawback. Yeah, if draw 5 is probably too many, right? I think draw 4 would be fine though. Venusaur and Charizard EX? Probably not, no. Last question. If you aren't playing a deck that utilizes Lost Zone, why play Colress over Nemona? Because Nemona only sees 3 cards. Colress sees 5 cards. So you see 5. You only get to keep 3 of them still. But it's about seeing as many cards as possible. It's not about... it's not about drawing 3 cards. It's about seeing as many cards as possible. Without discarding your hand. That's why you don't just play like researches. Because sometimes like you are playing a deck where it's like... the option of preserving your hand while seeing as many cards as possible is higher value than discarding your hand to see 7 cards. Do you want to go first Zard against Lugia, right? Yes. Is there any good partners for the Overthink Psyduck? I don't know. I have no clue what that Psyduck does. Do you think like letter of encouragement in decks that require finding it fast energy like Guardia or Chimpao? It seems decent. I haven't tested it though. Good lord, these ads suck. You know, you can solve that. You can solve that really quickly. Whether if you have a my selling of this was really bad, but solving the ad problem is really easy. All you have to do is join the Rat Pack, and who knows, maybe you have a Prime sub right now, waiting in your ready and available, and that's it. The ads are gone just like that. It sounds good with the new Water Ogre since it's pretty much second Greninja. I think you'd rather just like recover Greninja though and use Greninja again. I guess if there's some stuff with higher HP, then you could play like a Greninja Ogre. You could play like a Greninja Ogre Chi and Pow deck and just like snipe a lot. Be good. But I haven't tried it yet. Hands could just be the way to go. But if you just build the deck heavily around using Greninja, I don't know. It doesn't seem bad to be honest. Like 1 KO the active or Greninja for 2, like that's favorable in the prize trade, and then you don't have to worry about hands or trying to set up hands to have a chance to win the prize trade. If you lean more heavily into like a canceling clone style strategy, no, it seems reasonable to be honest. You appreciate the prime sub there. Not Strawber. To the Rat Pack. We're all out of pillows. We got plenty of questions. Arc Guja with Heroescape seems busted, but then I remember Lost Vacuum is a thing. I mean, Lost Vacuum is really not that popular right now, to be honest. Also, some cards you don't really care about in some matchups, so the option to Lost Zone instead of drawing into helps. Well, there's a lot of catch-ups. There's a lot of cards you don't care about in a lot of decks, in like every deck for certain matchup situations. I wouldn't say like that's like exclusive to like, yeah, like every deck has cards they can Lost Zone and not care about. But yeah, basically. Maybe about Gardevoir with Drifloon and Screamtail. Seems decent. Seems B-Barrel Zard is down in popularity. Why do I think so? Because it's probably not as good as people thought it was, but when it was more popular. Picked it up after a rough intro, but solid sales pitch. I do what I can. Am I going to UIC? Not anymore. Not now that you asked. If you have a max search, if you have max search 4 nets for Ultra 4 Poffin and you still feel like you don't get enough Pokemon, what's the solution? Play more Pokemon or add Artisan? You feel like Powell will break opening hands and early draws less often in the new format? I don't know. I haven't tested it. How can coexist a Tyranitar EX that has an attack for 1 energy, deals 120, and discard 2 cards with a Greninja that has the same energy, does 170, search a card? I mean, some cards are just worse than others. Some cards are good, some cards are bad. Tyranitar EX is bad. Greninja EX seems good. If every card was just equally good, then the game wouldn't be fun. Like, if all cards being equal would just make things boring. I appreciate the Prime sub there. It's Peroxide. Welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of questions now, but we got plenty of peanut butter. Any deck ideas using new Metang that could utilize Iron Hands? There's just better ways to set up Iron Hands, I think, than using Metang. What are you gonna do today since PTCG Live is under maintenance until... I don't know. I didn't really have a plan. So my plan was to play on PTCG Live, but it is down. So I think we're gonna make a Miraidon deck, and then saw a Guardi Raging Bolt deck. Do you think that gives it the consistency it needs? I don't think Raging Bolt's problem is consistency. The problem is just it's not good. Like, you just can't do enough. Like, I guess that could be. You can consistently get more energy in play. Nah, I don't think Guardi Raging Bolt is solving Raging Bolt's problem. Raging Bolt just sucks. Nothing solves it. Nothing solves it. Raging Bolt is not solvable. At its maximum capacity, it is bad. You think Sheehan Power with Pidgeot X instead of the Bibs could work? It could work, but it's worse than B-Barrel. Is it worth playing Gouging Fire and Charizard for Vulpix V-Star? Yes, if Vulpix V-Star is prevalent enough to warrant playing Gouging Fire. If more cards were good that were more diverse, then the game would be more fun, not where 3 decks are just energy manipulation to swing for big hits like Lugia, Chien-Pao, and Golden Go. I mean, yes, but I'm not sure if you're saying the current format is Lugia, Chien-Pao, and Golden Go, because that's just not true. Yeah, but the bulk needs to be more interesting. It doesn't need... I mean, it doesn't need to be if there's no purpose for it. Like, if Pokemon is like... All right, let's just say 10% of cards in current Pokemon sets are... Like, if the game is fun and interesting, bulk doesn't need to be more interesting. Unless, like... Yeah, bulk doesn't need to be more... If the game is fun... And I think that Pokemon TCG right now is very fun and interesting. This last format has just been really long, which has been, like, annoying. But overall, Pokemon has been, like, very fun and interesting so far. And as long as that continues, if the game is just enjoyable to play, that's all that matters, right? I think it currently is in a state of that. You could disagree with me, I guess. But it seems like the general player base agrees as well, which is all that really matters. Like, if the general player base agrees that the Pokemon game is fun and interesting, then that's all we need to be. So if that leads to 10% of sets being good, interesting cards, or yeah, interesting, decent cards, you don't need the other 90% to be better. You don't need the bulk 90% of the set to be better or more interesting. You just need enough of the cards to be cool and interesting to make the game fun and enjoyable for the majority of the community, or the competitors, the people who play the game. Have you thought of Pokestop build of Zard? An idea got top 4 at Curve Regionals? I have not. It doesn't seem very good. No, but those 3 decks are in the top 8 to 10 decks. I don't think Golden Go is a top 10 deck, but also that's fine though, right? There's just that, but that literally goes with what you were saying though, right, Chris? Is that like there is those 3 decks. Let's say they are all in the top 10, but that means there's 7 other decks that are not those decks, which means it's good, right? Oh, some guy said on your YouTube video, why not run both Pidgey and B-Barrel in the Zard deck? Can you yell at him? I mean, it could be good. I'm not against the idea of that, to be honest. You appreciate that, Monster Yutter. I'm not against the idea of running Pidgey and B-Barrel in Zard, to be honest. It could be good. It doesn't seem better than running just B-Barrel or just Pidgey, but I don't hate the idea of it. More draw support Pokemon in the deck. I don't know why the Pokemon Company wants to increase the 1 prize deck's power. If you think Artisan, Buddy Puff, and Level Ball can't be used in 2 prize deck, then they're only Minor Ball and Ultra Ball. What does that even mean? The reason they would want, like, all right, I don't even know if they are increasing the 1 prize deck's power at all. 1 prize decks have not been good for like a really long time. But if they do, why is that a bad thing? Some 1 prizers being good or 2 prizers being good doesn't matter if the game is just fun and enjoyable. It just does not matter. It's just literally irrelevant. Unless you have like unless for some reason you just hate 1 prize Pokemon. But then that's just like a personal thing. Like if everyone else in the game is just like, it's fun and enjoyable to have 1 prize Pokemon, you're just like, I hate 1 prize Pokemon. It's like, I mean, your opinion is like, at that point, your opinion is just irrelevant. If Chiempo had a card like Suicune, a big attacker that doesn't need to discard energy to attack, would the deck be better? More options always makes the possibility for a deck to be better. The answer is always yes. If you took a card that could synergize with a deck, the deck, although you might not play the card in the deck, the power level, the potential power level of the deck, it just goes up because it has more options. The answer is literally just always yes. Now, whether or not you'd actually play the card if the card existed would be like a different question. But any card that would ever synergize in an archetype always makes the potential of that deck higher because it's just another card you could play that like synergizes with what your deck does currently. Yeah. And if it was a card you would 100% include, then yes, the deck just becomes better. If you took an archetype, a 60 cards for an archetype, and you made up a card, and if that made up card would always be included in the deck, then that means if you are definitely going to include a card in the deck, that means the deck by default had to have gotten better. The deck just got better because you now would play this card. The rarity of the cards doesn't make the game more or less balanced. Exactly. Azul low-key got a feeling this is a gimmick deck, but overall thoughts on Arc, Regidrago, V-Star? Probably just a gimmick deck. Got ideas with Noivern EX, Gudra, Tina V-Star. Yeah, we've seen all this before. Like, Regidrago has been around for a while as a pretty pretty bad deck for a long time. I don't know if it gets any better. It does get possible inclusions of Iron Leaves in the new Koraidon EX2. Just want your opinion on the idea. I mean, the deck's been bad for a long time. I don't know if new additions from Temple Forces actually make the deck better or not. What is the biggest sleeper deck idea in your opinion that could make waves? I don't really have any right now, to be honest. I haven't really thought about it too hard. Even in Magic, Bulk is mostly unplayable outside of Draft/Sealed. Yeah. What do you think? I know Draft and Sealed doesn't exist. If Draft and Sealed existed in Pokemon, then there'd be an argument for like if they poorly balanced Draft and Sealed by making the Bulk not more synergistic or whatever, just better overall with each other. Appreciate the 2 months there, Jeebus. Top 3 decks post rotation? I don't know, but one of them is probably Charizard. What do you think are some top picks for UIC? Charizard. This format could be longer. Pidgeot Control would emerge as the BDF and people would start to counter it, but it was so at the end. I mean, maybe. I don't think Pidgey Control is that hard to tech for or for the meta to shift around, but it could be. This format's been long enough, though. Do you think Pokemon is just done making new V-Star cards? Yeah, V Pokemon are done. It's not like a guess. They are done. That's the way it works in Pokemon. Like, they bring in a new mechanic, and then the new mechanic is EXs. They stopped printing V Pokemon when EXs came out. And it's not one of those things like, oh, will next set, will there be a V Pokemon? They're done. Yeah, they're done with V Pokemon. Out of interest, as someone who's only been around for a year, is there a minimum or maximum number of meta decks for a healthy meta? No. Sorry if that's a silly question. I mean, there's also, I wouldn't say it's a silly question because you're new. But no, there is no. Now, someone who's been around for a while in the Pokemon TCG, if they made a statement like, oh, if there's not this many decks in the meta, then it's a bad meta, that would be a silly question if they've been around for a while. But if you're unexperienced, then there's no real bad questions, to be honest, or inexperienced. The only thing that matters, I literally just said this, but I'll say it again. The only thing that matters is that the majority of the player base of the game enjoys playing the game. That is literally the only thing that matters. And I would say probably up to like 50%. If 50% of the player base all of a sudden doesn't enjoy the game, that's probably too many people who don't enjoy playing the game, and there's probably something wrong with card balance in terms of the meta, or like something being too powerful. But as long as more than 50%, like I don't know, maybe like 70%, if like 70% of the player base is enjoying the game currently, then and one reason, like the current meta I think is good and fine, but it's gone on for so long that like I think that is a flaw, and I think that is like a flaw of the current meta we're in. It's gone on for so long. Like we've had like a 6-month format or format, not meta, 6-month format. But literally the only thing that matters is that the majority of the player base enjoys playing the game currently. If the answer is yes, then it's a good format, or the way the meta is evolving is good. If the answer is 50% or less currently enjoying the game, then there's something wrong with the balance of the game. So it's just literally that's the only thing that matters. There could only be one good deck in the format, but if 90% of the players love playing that mirror match, then we're good to go. I don't think that would happen. I don't think we're gonna get to a I don't think we'd get to a one deck format where 90% of the players were enjoying playing the game currently, but it could happen, right? It could happen. How does control get checked in this next format? I don't know. Start testing with the deck, figure out cards you can include for the matchup, decide if you want to include them or not. I think both is the play. Roxanne / Iono to 2 isn't as powerful. What do you think about the Tor deck? For me, it's the best deck in the format. I mean, it's probably bad. I haven't played it at all, but it's probably bad. Yeah, I don't think that's what Pau needs. Otherwise, Palkia would be good. Prime Catcher or on Pitcher 2 is scary. It is pretty scary, yeah. I'm doing testing. Will you even try Lost Box? I don't know. I'd probably, for me to like try Lost Box, I would need it to have some kind of results that like inspire me to want to try it. I'm not gonna like just neutrally play Lost Box, I don't think. I would need results to inspire me to want to try Lost Box. Be like, okay, someone's doing something with this, or that's a cool build, and I'd be like, okay, I'll pick it up from there. I'm not very inspired to want to try it. Those are a lot of other things I'm inspired to want to try. Since it seems like ace specs are going to be quite expensive at launch, if you could only buy one, which would you get? Prime Catcher. Sorry, someone already asked, what's your favorite for the rotation? Char Bib, Char Pidge. I don't really have I'm neutral on the response. Not sure. What the heck? What's the critical mass of Snorlax Sauce control in the meta where you shouldn't play decks anymore that auto lose to it? I don't know. At a certain point. Around what percentage of EUIC players do you think will become from NA? I have no clue. Maybe 5%? Is that too high though? No, maybe 5%. 5% of attendance at EUIC will be North American players. Is that high though? That feels a little high though. Biggest signs of a healthy meta? I literally just said it. Literally just people enjoying playing the game. That's literally it. It's literally the only thing that matters. Literally nothing else matters. The only thing that matters for a good meta or healthy meta is the majority of the player base enjoy playing the game in its current format for how the meta is developing. Charizard, Lost Box, and Turbo Hanzers. To fix the 6-month format issue, would you prefer that Japan has with more smaller sets throughout the year, or just stick with what we have with about 4 main sets a year? The 4 main sets a year is fine if they just like readjusted when the sets come out and followed Japan's release schedule. Then it would just be fine, but they don't do that. So Why can't they put the maintenance notifications in your local time zone? That I have no idea. That blows my mind that they don't do that, to be honest. I have no clue. They should. Arcus Armor just keeps popping up in Japan with like Delphox, Hands, Gouging Fire, etc. Thoughts on that? It's interesting. But I don't know if it's actually good. We can definitely pair Tusk with Pidgeot plus select control cards like Penny, Mawile, Mimikyu, right? Yes. It feels like in this meta there are a lot of room to innovate yet. It feels like in this meta there was a lot of room to innovate yet. I mean, possibly. Doesn't matter. It's time to move on. So can you add that to your wish list for PC Live? Localized time for maintenance pop up? I could. Yeah. That'd be good. That one's kind of crazy that it doesn't exist. Like that's just like so silly. So I built that Tusk mill deck you put up on the channel. It's so much fun, bro. I'm excited for the mill. I'm excited to play it. I don't think it's gonna be that good. Like it'll be an okay deck, but what do you think is your strongest deck in the current meta? What do I think is the strongest deck in the current meta? I don't know, maybe Guardy. What do you think of the new Greninja EX? Seems good. What deck are you excited to try playing first? Mill. Who would win a fist fight, you or Tord? Probably me. Hey Azul, are you going to insert next? No, I'm not even gonna finish your question. You guys see the post about the new free starter decks? I did not. For on PTCG Live? Oh my goodness. Do you think Torterra EX will see some gameplay if Charizard EX becomes the most popular deck in the meta? Maybe. Probably has other problems. I don't even know if you can beat Radzard, to be honest. Radzard is like tough. What was the meta you enjoyed the most and people hate it? I don't know if I really have. Maybe tag teams. Like, I don't know if people generally hated tag team formats, but I thought tag teams were like fine for the most part. I definitely liked tag team formats before Zation came out, of course, but people just like hate on tag teams. I don't know. I don't think the deck is gonna be good for very long, but future Iron Hands should be able to take advantage of players still figuring out the format in early April. Thoughts? I mean, maybe, I don't know. Just play a vacuum and then you can probably beat him. Was on Weird Review and Guardy. Seems like it could be okay for sure as like a closer, like a easier closer. How much stock should we put in Japan's City League results considering their format is best of 1 and not best of 3? I mean, some, but yeah, some. But like people put too much value in any deck that wins anything ever. So like overall across the board in the community, y'all have to like stop putting so much value in results in general. The value people put into results is definitely overflated just across the board. Like for literally anything. Literally just like name a thing that a deck could do better than another deck in and people like overvalue it. Does best of 3 hurt Great Tusk Mill's potential? No clue. I think Great Tusk Mill will be better if it gets an ancient supporter that doesn't mill itself. Yeah, maybe it might be helpful, maybe, but I don't think the deck really struggles with that at all, to be honest. I think like just playing Pidgeot V yourself just already solves that for you. At last USC, around 10% of the players were from the US. Oh, it might be higher. I would have predicted it would be higher than last year's. And I said 5%, so it'll probably be like 12%. When are you doing your next Road to Arceus ranked stream? Not till I get back from Vancouver. And even then, maybe not until I get... Actually, I might not do another one until I get back from Orlando, to be honest. Do you have any advice for a player that's reasonably new to playing in person and struggling to get sequencing right at in-person events? Play more in-person events. Azar is Def Torterra's biggest weakness. Cypher plus Lost City helps. Ooh, okay, that's good. There's the combo right there. Man, you cooking Torterra over there, Hill? You already got the combo down? Roxanne's Experiment and Guardy to reuse Cap. What do you think? Roxanne's Experiment. What is Roxanne's Experiment? Any thoughts on the single prize Ancient Box? Seems okay. You mean Roxanne's Experiment? What the fuck is Roxanne's Experiment? Best deck in the new format besides Charizard? Jinpao. What do you think is the most broken / unfun format you played in? I always hated Seismitoad, left-hander trump card. Probably Lugia format, pre-rotation Lugia format. Would you be afraid for Turbo Iron Hands playing Pidgeot Zard at UIC? Would you play for Turbo Iron Hands playing against Pidgeot Zard at UIC? I don't know. I don't know how the matchup goes. Question: your first impression thoughts on the future Iron Hands build on future Iron Hands? It's cool. All good deck. Yep. Which Zard version do you think will be better? Beauty for Pidgeot? Don't know. What will be your main deck post rotation? I don't have a main deck. I just play the deck that I think is best for every single tournament that I play in. Do you think Iron Hands EX will make a difference for Turbo Iron Hands? I think it'll just become a different deck. I don't know if like you'll take future hands the way it's built currently and then just add a couple T-Tars, but maybe. But if not, there'll probably be some future deck built around T-Tar if that doesn't happen. I mean Roseanne. Oh, Roseanne's backup? No, I'd probably just play more tool cards. Instead of playing a card to recover one tool card, you should probably just play another tool card. You push the 41 months there, Shadow. Torterra is like fine dining, requiring weeks of cooking and preparation. True. When I play Bax Pow and Golden Go goes first, threatening a Greninja attack on turn 2, should I bench 1 or 3 Friggies? Never mind the Avery my opponent had on top of that. Concede. Pick it up. Return the deck. Start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is B-Barrel anti-mill worth adding into B-Barrel draw decks if mill's popular enough? I think both types of control will be good post-rotation. However, the Lugia matchup is an auto loss. Both types of control. Does seem tough. Yeah, Lugia seems tough. What deck do you think will win EUIC? I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm playing yet. You will win again? Probably. Are you going to try Artina in the new format? Yeah, I'll definitely try it. We'll try it at some point for sure. Turbo Hands feel so draw dependent. Besides Gift, do you think there's another way to fix the slow mid game? I mean, Gift seems like the best answer. I don't know if there's like a better, maybe playing like a Mew EX for some extra draw power. I don't know. I haven't really tested the deck out, so I don't understand. I don't really know the flow of the deck overall. Do you think Great Tusk is going to win Worlds? Probably. I don't see how it would whiff, to be honest, or how it wouldn't. Broken deck. Do you think Snorlax Sol is a good post-rotation deck? Yep. I'm still waiting for a good future supporter. Yeah, where are they at, to be honest? Have you shared your Lugia list? Nope, but it might be on YouTube later. Can Chien-Pao run both Prime Catcher and Cologne and Iron Hands package? I mean, yeah, it's not that hard to fit all that. What do you think about the Chansey of Pokemon 151? For me, it is a very nice card. The Chansey? Terrible. So Tinkaton is just dead after rotation, right? It was at least somewhat playable before. No, the card has been bad and was bad and still is bad. Nothing changed for Tinkaton. Went from trash to trash. At your last UIC in the UK, did you manage to find a place you enjoy eating at, or are you still finding UK food kind of mid? UK food is just mid. Like, it is just mid. I mean, obviously there's gonna be some good spots, but like, you know, so on average, UK food is just mid. The fish and chips is good though. Dude, they give you just so much goddamn food. It's like $10. Is it worth throwing a Lost Vacuum into pretty much every deck now? I don't know. Depends how effective it is against future hands. It depends how popular future hands is. I asked the Chien-Pao Golden Gold question. Fun fact: I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Please don't make me go back to it. Too late. You're locked in. Go back. Crypto Maniacs is something. If you have to bet on someone, who should win Worlds? Me. What do you think about Golden Go with the new set? Bad or mid? Still mid deck. I want to call. Yeah, Golden Go still mid. Bad, mid, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is now. Next format. Azul, have you read the release notes of today's PTCG live update? What are your thoughts? I mean, they didn't really change anything, did they? We didn't read the notes. Actually, does someone have a link to the notes? We could read the notes. Yeah, we could read the notes, actually. Does someone have a link to the notes? That shirt is looking great. So sad we're losing Mew. RIP. Probably for the best, though. You want a result to build a list? In a second. All right, I'm banning you, Lost Tina. I'll see you. I'll unban you on Thursday. The 07, bro. Yo, wait, that'd be a good. Oh, hold up, that'd be a good emote. Hold up. Let me hit a Porsche. What did he do? I looked away. You don't need to know what he did. I've been playing Reggie's have decent results in a lot of the decks of the format. Reggie's is pretty close to being like a bad meta deck, but it's not quite there. It's actually really, really close though to being a bad meta deck. Not quite meta though. Yeah, losing Good Lucky is definitely rough for it. Go to YouTube stream and rewind or that. Would you be open to show your Pokemon collection? I don't really have that big of a collection to be honest. It's not really like worth even showing to be honest. IMO. Let me click on this link. Where'd that link? Wait. All right, I got it. Appreciate it, Yun. Sorry, I still got it. Yeah, if you guys ever put a link in chat, even if you're not a sub and it times you out, I also get access to the link. So I appreciate it. Yeah, even if you get like, or not timed out, but your message gets deleted because you put a link in chat, I can still see the link. So don't worry about it. So I still appreciate it. I still appreciate it. That's what I want to say. All right, let's read these patch notes real fast. We'll see what's going on. Y'all can kind of see them. Hello everyone. Version 1.12.0 patch notes. TPCI cursed soup. Interesting. See, this is why you can't. That's why you shouldn't fuck with soup. Sometimes it's cursed. Hello everyone. The PokemonTCG live game client will be updated on March 19th, 2024. The game will be offline starting at 8 a.m. Pacific. It is estimated to be down for 8 hours. Wait, 8 a.m. So it's been 5 hours so far. All right. Please see below for the list of changes. Added support for the PokemonTCG Scarlet and Violet Temple Forces expansion. Added support for the 2024 standard format rotation. Rebalanced the rank ladder, rank points for winning and losing matches, and decreased rank points needed to reach higher leagues. Still did not give us a ranked ladder. Unlucky. Implemented error messaging to players when the game client requires a restart. Implemented and improved certain card holographic VFX. Updated the interactions between at end of turn until end of turn effects. I don't know what that really means to be honest, but Battle Pass fixed an issue where occasionally the incorrect amount of Battle Pass experience was granted when redeeming rewards. Cards, Mr. Mime fixed an issue. Aurora Energy, yada yada. Ditto V, who cares? Torterra. Code card redemption fixed an issue when redeeming code cards for the black and white booster packs. General fixed an issue where occasionally players were unable to use the home tab to navigate to the home screen after conceding a match. Yada, 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 yada. All right. Sounds good. It'll definitely be easy. Well, apparently it'll be easier to hit Arceus. Dude, I just want a real ranked ladder, man. I just literally want a real ranked ladder. That's all I want. And I thought about this more, to be honest. I have thought about this a little bit more. I think now I think in the current state there's an argument. In the current state of PTCG Live, there's definitely an argument to not have the ability to be able to earn championship points on PTCG Live. But I think you should like when we finally get PTCG Live to a point where it's basically bug free and everything kind of runs smoothly and operates well, which we will get to eventually. The question is just when, not if. You should be able to earn championship points on PTCG Live. Not a lot. I don't know how many points you should be able to earn on PTCG Live, but like theoretically, like if you end top 100 in Arceus at the end of a month, then if you're in the top 10, you get like 50 points, and if you're in top, I don't know, 25, you get 40 points, and top 50, 30 points, top 100, 20 points, so on and so forth, and maybe like a best finish limit of 2 or something. But like that would be such a massive like gateway for players to like get into the competitive scene that they should just add they really need to like they should really add some way to earn championship points on PTCG Live. I don't know how much you should be able to earn. I don't know how many championship points you should be able to earn. I don't know what kind of best finish limit should be. Maybe it shouldn't be like that many at all. Maybe it should be like a substantial amount. I don't know. I'm not sure. It shouldn't be like, it should be something that like coexists alongside everything else, that it like coexists alongside regionals and league cups and league challenges. So it shouldn't take away from any of those. It should just be another way to earn championship points, play the Pokemon TCG, get you into competing and being competitive. But first we need like a real ranked ladder. where you can actually compare yourself to the other players on ranked. You can see how many points in Arceus you have compared to everyone else. There needs to be like an actual MMR or ELO system. So if you play against someone better than you and you beat them, you get more points than if you played against someone of your equal skill level, or your equal point level, not actually actual skill level, but to better express your skill level in the game and to get better and so forth and so on and yada yada. They really just need to copy Hearthstone basically, or League of Legends, but more so Hearthstone is who they should just copy. League of Legends is a little bit different because it's a little bit more involved because their seasons are longer. But if we're doing like a monthly reset season, then literally just copy what Hearthstone is doing. But currently what we have on PTCG Live is literally just an LP ladder where it's just like you gain LP for winning and you lose LP for losing, but you can't compare yourself to other people. And how much LP you gain and lose is not comparable to how good your opponent is or how much LP they have, which is what you want. You want a system that compares your LP to your opponent's LP, and if they have less LP than you and you lose to them, you lose more. If they have like equal-ish LP to you within like a range, then how much you gain and lose would be the same. And then if you beat someone with way more LP than you, once you get to like Arceus rank, if you beat or lose to someone with way more LP than you, once you get to Arceus rank, then you would gain more or lose less, beating or losing to them. And then at the end of each month, top X amount of players should get X amount of championship points for placing so high. It could even just be like 10. Like if you get like top 10 at the end of the ladder season, like you could get like 10 championship points, and then would like scale down from there to like the top 200, 100 or 200 or top 250. And it's just like the more I thought, because I thought about this the other day. I think we'd had a discussion previously on the channel. I was like, should you be able to earn championship points on PTCG Live? And I think I ended my thought process with I'm not sure. But now like I've thought about it more, and you should be able to earn championship points on PTCG Live. It just doesn't make any sense to not. Like that's such a big step in like getting more people involved into the competition and giving players more ways to play Pokemon competitively. Like you should just be able to earn championship points on PTCG Live. For the current iteration of PTCG Live, there's definitely an argument to not be able to do it. But if I could choose, even with all of PTCG Live's current flaws and bugs and all of that, I think you should still currently be able to earn championship points on PTCG Live. Like if I got to choose, I would make it so we have a real ranked ladder with the top 100 or whatever X amount of players earn championship points at the end of each season. Obviously, they'd have to make some adjustments, which they are doing. They are like adjusting the LP gains and losses and how much LP you need to get from rank to rank on ranked. They did do that with the current update, or the update that's like happening right now. But I think on top of that, right now you should also be able to earn championship points. Like if I could pick how things worked, like right now, I would make it so you can earn championship points on PTCG Live currently. I don't know how much, but some amount for sure. They cut the BFL to 6 and remove tournament mode. I thought it was certainly the plan that they were going to add a real championship point tournament mode. They have to eventually, for sure. Like it makes just no sense to not do it eventually, but I think it would be like, I say that we should have championship points on PTCG Live's current state, but I think majority of people would disagree and say like for the current state of PTCG Live, we probably shouldn't have a way to earn championship points on it, but I think it would just like grow the game exponentially to have that as a thing on PTCG Live. Like it would just be like good for the growth of the game and the health of the game to be able to earn championship points on PTCG Live. We need limitless tournaments that awards championship points. I don't think Pokemon would ever do that because it's like a little bit too far out of their hands and out of their control. But they have like full control over Live, so wouldn't they have done this with online a while ago if they were going to? I mean, not necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily. And it doesn't mean they shouldn't have back then, but they should definitely do it now that they have a new product that is fully in-house. They should definitely do it now. Ranked leaderboard on PTCG Live would be probably big for the scene as well. Yeah, it would get so many more people to want to play the game and like actually climb for. It would be just cool to be able to climb for rank 1. It'd be cool to like. It'd be cool for someone like me. It'd be cool for someone like me to make like a Wolfie style video where I'm climbing to rank 1 with Great Tusk Mill, but I can't do that because there's no rank 1. Rank 1 literally just doesn't exist on PTCG Live. But if it did, that'd be sick. But it doesn't. I literally can't do that. You can't climb to rank 1 because there's no ranks. All you can do is get to Arceus and then get a lot of LP in Arceus League. And then you're like, well, I have a lot, but how much does everyone else have? I don't know, because there's no leaderboard and I can't tell what the heck anyone else has. All I know is I have this. And then it doesn't mean anything because you're not competing against someone. You're not competing for rank 1. And there's just no reason for that to not exist. There's no reason for it to not exist to be able to have like a more competitive ladder, to have a ranked ladder on PTCG Live. Like in the current day and age of competition and card games and all that, yada yada, like everything has a ranked ladder. Literally everything has a ranked ladder, and ranked ladder only incentivizes people to play the game more, or to play the game at all, or to play the game in that form for something like a trading card game. It's like you'd have so many good players who don't really take PTCG Live seriously or care about it at all. You like actually try and like climb for rank 1. You know, maybe not every month, but some months, because there'd be like competition to it, and there'd be like a reason to do it. And then if you add championship points on top of that, that's great. That's sick. Like then you really have some people grinding on it, and then like it would actually create like an environment as well for players to get better as well. Because right now the ranked live, or right now the non-casual PTCG Live ladder is not a great environment to actually improve at the game, because like the level of competition is people really aren't trying to get better and improve and grind towards something. But as soon as you add a ranked ladder, to that, there's gonna be so many people who are gonna get on and try and grind to get top 100 in Arceus, especially if there's a championship reward at the end of it all, and take it more seriously. And then through that, they'll have to improve to be able to do that, which means everyone's trying to get better and better to get there. But yeah, sucks. And what we currently have is just like a stupid LP, like infinite ladder. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. Master Duel also does not have a ranked ladder, if I recall correctly. Oh, maybe I'm misinformed on that. I just kind of assumed everyone else had a ranked ladder. I could be wrong. Point gathering system, yeah. Point gatherers. Thoughts on extending the ranked ladder to tie in this. Thoughts on extending the ranked ladder to tie in this in with rotations. I mean, I don't. None of that matters. Like none of that matters. Just give us a ranked ladder. Like, should the ranked system be tie in with rotations? No, that'd be bad. That'd be way too long. Are you saying that the ranked ladder should only reset at rotation? That's way too long. Should it be every 3 months, every 1 month, every 2 months? It doesn't really matter. Just give us a ranked ladder and then tell us how often it resets, and we'll play from there. Like, I think it should probably be monthly though. I think I like the idea of monthly, but yeah. The problem with finishing top X is that it means people have to spam matches as close to the deadline as possible to avoid falling off the top X. You kind of have to stay near and then spam at the end. It happened in MTG Arena and was universally loathed. All right, a little bit of differences maybe, but something. With every set release, they should reset the ladder, but that makes things weird for like long formats as well, though. It should probably just be a set amount of months that maybe sometimes lines up with set releases. But I think it should probably just be every month, to be honest. Because like, what happens when we have like a 6-month long format? So we're just like not going to reset the ladder for 6 months, like in our current format. That seems kind of silly. It should be daily. The daily reset grind. I go wild. Resets every hour. I'm down. Appreciate the prime sub there. Force of Will. Welcome to the Rat Pack. For all the questions, and I'm gonna go get my lunch. So I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna go make my lunch real fast. I'm gonna go heat it up in the microwave, and then I don't know what we're gonna do after that. Maybe PTCG Live will be back by the time I get back. I don't know. We'll find out. Be right back. I bet you appreciate the 9 months there, Simon. Dude, my potatoes would just like not heat up in the microwave. Like, it just like took forever to like heat up. The potatoes would not heat up. I don't even know if they're hot now. I was just like, this is the last time I'm putting this back in the microwave. So I was like, if they're hot, they're hot. If they're not, they're not. Appreciate the 5 months there. Chew. SEO. All right. Appreciate the 52 months there, BJM. Dude, what was I was thinking? Well, hang on, I gotta do something real fast. Let me do this real fast. Okay. Well, let me check PTCG Live. Let's see if PTCG Live is live. And if it is, we'll play some Steelix. If it's not, it's not. I mean, we could work on some Maridon then. We can make a Maridon deck, I guess. We could do a tier list as well. We could do the tier list. Tier list, Maridon. Let's make a Maridon deck, though, while I eat lunch. We'll work on that. That sounds fine to me. Where is my scene? Might. No, I don't think it's it. Where the heck is the scene? I put it. Dude. Any Rex on a good cube? No, I haven't really played that many cubes, to be honest. I played like with one cube. Yeah, I played with Chip's cube, and that's like it. What did I do with this before? I don't remember. Do it like this, I guess. I'm gonna need to make another scene. Alright. This is gonna have to do for today. Bet Stockholm? Sure. If I have time. Depends. Ask this man for cube advice. He griefed my draft at NAIC. I think we did all right. So many hands. At least 2, right? Be a Might Attacker, Raichu. Is Raichu even that good without Flaffy? I think we still need to play it. We have EXP shares and batons still, so we can conserve a decent amount of energy in play. Actually, maybe need to play like an E switch, to be honest. I'm thinking we'd play like 4 EXP share. Maybe not 4. I don't know. And we need batons. We at least need. I'm not sure how many batons should be played. We're gonna play like Arvin's and Town Store. Energy sticker. Honestly, that might be the correct. That might be the inclusion, to be honest. That could be the inclusion, to be honest. I actually don't even think that'd be terrible. I don't have energy sticker. I would prefer not to play energy sticker though, so I'm not going to build it with energy sticker to begin with. But through testing, we might get to the conclusion that energy sticker is the way to go, to be honest. I prefer not to play energy sticker if I could. So, no, I think we only ever need one baton, to be honest. Like, we need that first baton to trigger off the Iron Hands, but we could play 2 baton because prizing baton sounds really bad. So I like the idea of multiple baton because prizing it sounds really bad. So someone build it with Luxray V, Grabber, and Eerie. Sounds interesting. Is it more of a control deck at that point, or? Yeah, what's up, Jin? One baton, lots of trust. Maybe. I could see it. We need energy. Good call there, Mello. Very good call. One of the best calls I've ever heard you call, to be honest. Dude, next time I heat this up, I gotta like heat up the potatoes separately and then heat up everything else afterwards. What other Pokemon should I play? What other Pokemon am I missing here? Is this it? Well, we need what? Billy, right? How do you spell squawk? Dude, I'm like tripping. Oh, you. Wait, is that what I did? Raikou? Maybe. Probably. If Raikou was good last format, it's definitely probably good this format. Oh, but is that including the... I don't know if it is or not, to be honest. Does Town Star even make sense to play? Because dude, stadiums are so bad now. Stadiums are so bad now. It's like insane how bad stadiums are. Should we just play more tools and not play Town Store? Because then we give our opponent Town Store. I guess it does depend a little bit. Like what decks are playing tool cards though? There are a decent amount playing tool cards, right? Or how much do we care about countering other stadiums? I don't think we care that much. Because we could just like cut these and then go like this and then play Arvin and maybe like 4 Arvin and 2 Force Seal Stone. Dude, that's crazy how much stadiums suck after. Yeah, path rotates and stadiums are just like suck to play. They're just like terrible to play now. Every time? Maybe. Seems alright. Wild to think path definitely had a huge impact. Yeah, because like the stadiums gained so much more value to play because it could become something and it bumps path to the peak. But now it's just like, why wouldn't I just play in more copies of the card that I want? I don't know. Kind of crazy. I don't know how aggressive of a deck we are. We're probably pretty aggressive though. Play some kind of boss, but then are we also a catcher deck? We could be a catcher deck still. GGE. I mean, yeah, probably 1 double turbo still, right? Pokestop? No, Pokestop's terrible. This deck does not play that many items. We don't have any. What aspects should we play? Probably just Prime, right? What are the other ones? Oh yeah, probably a Prime catcher. Do we ever? How often do we want to be able to just like chain triple hands? Like, should we play a 3rd Iron Hands? Maybe Illuminion. Rod before 3rd hands, I assume. I don't know, but we want it in play though, don't we? We want to be able to chain them with. You want to be able to chain hands with Heavy Baton. So you have to go find Super Rod and then get it into play, or we can just always just chain out the hands. I feel like we want the heavier hands count. Before Super Rod. They're also, I guess, surprising one, making Baton useless. That's true as well. Yeah, I think it is like a triple hands angle, to be honest. Yeah, reboot pod could be good. But that's only if our heavy batons aren't sticking though, right? If the baton sticks, we're cooking. Yeah, baton sticks, we're cooking. With that many catcher and prime catcher, you might not need boss. No, I think I still probably play boss because we could have Luminion in there to like guarantee the out. Probably cut back on the nest balls. I mean, it's possible we could like no catcher. Oh, we could also play like the little we could play bundle in here as well, because we don't have bundle. Could also be good, to be honest. Bundle could be good. Is Zapdos legal? Is this thing legal? It is, right? Because it's Pokemon Go? Yeah. And Cobalion? I could see playing Cobalion, to be honest. See, was I just on? There we go. All right. Appreciate the 24 months there, or 21 months there. Calamity, 24 months. Die. Why for Ultra Ball into Nest? Because it thins out our hand to draw with Mew. And wait, where'd my Luminion go? Did I just like not put it in? And it can get Luminion. Switch card? We probably should play some kind of switch cards, yeah. Like 3, probably. So I currently have 60 cards. Rescue board. Ooh, rescue board would be interesting, actually. I think you're right. We probably should play one board, right? Yeah. Because then we can search that out. Yeah, okay. One board makes sense, right? Yeah, board's cool for sure. I'm not saying anything. Yo, what's up, Stellar Wish? So we're at what? We're at 60 right now. We're a hands Raichu deck. And we have Miraidon, I guess. Honestly, we probably should play some count of Town Store. Because the Town Store can be like any. I guess another thing with Town Store, though, is like it could be any of our tools. Whereas, but giving my opponent Town Store just sounds so bad. I mean, I guess it depends on the matchup a little bit for sure. All right, Town Store is good in the deck, but is it worth giving it to our opponent? I don't know. Because like a Town Store could be a baton or an EXP share or the board or a 4 Sealstone, whereas like an EXP share is only an EXP share. So, League HQ is important to bump. I don't know. I don't think what's playing League HQ. Or there's no way League HQ is popular enough to have to bump it, is it? This is on Limitless, yeah. I don't think it's linked on the official site though. I will still play it though. Alright, so I'm at 60 now, but now I want to play more boss. Because we cut back. Yeah, I want to play more boss now. At least one more. 3 boss, 3 boss. But I gotta cut something. Your hands really necessary? I think I want the possibility to attack with hands back to back to back. In that situation, we need the 3rd hands. Well, I gotta cut 1 card for boss here. That's what we gotta do first. Gotta cut 1 card. Maybe just go down to 1 nest ball at this point. Just one down to 1 nest ball. I'm fine with that. All right, that's 60. 4 Arven, 4 research, 3 boss, and we got the prime catcher. Cobalion. I could see Cobalion being worth it. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of Charizard. What is Zapdos doing for us? Letting our Miraidon KO other Iron Hands. I think it's probably the main thing, right? That lets Zapdos KO Iron Hands, which seems like pretty important if Future Hands is the deck, right? I need both. Yeah, we maybe do need both. What would we cut? What's the cut here, though? I forgot that cut, though. Maybe I don't really want to cut a Lightning. Raikou still seems decent. I'm not sure actually what to cut here. -1 research. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking -1 research as well, to be honest. We go -1 research. That's what I was thinking. Well, no, maybe it should be an Arven actually. Maybe it should be -1 Arven actually. Yeah, we have so many outs. Like the only thing, well, I don't. Arven's good to find generator. The 3 is probably good though. Research, this is probably solid. It's probably solid. By 4 Ultra Balls, only 1 nest. Because Ultra Ball thins out the hand to draw cards with Mew and can find us Luminion. We have excess cards we don't really care about. For sure. We definitely have like a ton of extra cards we don't care about at a certain point. No Ionos? Nope. I think we're definitely just trying to be an aggressive deck majority of the time. Yeah, the last thing would be like, do we want to play Cobalion? Last thing would be like, do we want to play Cobalion for the The matchup. What is the matchup? Charizard. That would be like a final inclusion, I think. Town Store can be huge for you to get early KO. I mean, if we're gonna get 4 Seal Stone through the Town Store, but you could just play more 4 Seal Stones. Big argument against Town Store is probably just not to give it to your opponent. Town Store can be huge for you to get the early KO, so I don't get the Town Store hate, but to each their own. Well, pretty much for the most part, everyone, like, we're having these discussions about deck and stuff. Everyone's arguing with the point, or if someone like disagrees with like something in chat, they're start arguing from the point of optimal. No one, and if someone wants to speak on chat and correct me, feel free. I don't build decks. I don't think anyone in chat is either also trying to build a deck with the idea of building decks through preference. We're all here trying to build decks through optimization. But writing it off as to each their own is just like not what anyone in chat is trying to do either. But someone can feel free to correct me if they are. Someone just has a anti-Town Store stance, even if you think it's better. Is WMU really needed? I think WMU is correct, yes. Why not just run a booster capsule for the hands? Because we want to be able to put the baton on the hands for sure. Nah, I build decks to beat Wug Trio. I have ideas as a positive for the community. Yeah, exactly, as well. Like, people have different takes or opinions or thoughts. Bundle. I can see Bundle being good because like Escape Rope was definitely good in the deck. Bundle can do like a similar effect. We don't have a ton of outs to finding the bundle, but it could still be worth including for sure. Broad Step, third Iron Hands. No, I think I just want the third Iron Hands. I would maybe do Super Rod over second Raichu. I could see that. But even then, I kind of just want to be able to like get the Raichu through Miraidon at the end of the game. But like the thing is that this like, because we don't have Flaffy anymore, you can't just like go get something and like rely on Flaffy to accelerate an energy to it. It's like you almost need to like get it in, sometimes get it in play ahead of time to have an EXP share on it, or to attach ahead of time, or attach to it ahead of time. Because we don't have Flaffy anymore to just be like, oh, and I'm gonna go get Raichu with my Miraidon, and then I have the Flaffy to accelerate an energy. So now I just need an attachment for turn, now I'm knocking you out with the Raichu, right? I don't know. I feel like we want the double ups of our attackers for that reason, for our main attackers. Well, Raichu's like our main closer, but it still feels like we want a double up of it. Because like if my opponent goes, imagine you're up against Charizard, which is probably one of the main matchups you need Raichu in to close out the game. You're up against Charizard, and it's like you don't have to put Raichu in play with Miraidon, but then your opponent Ionos you at the end. That's why an energy switch could be cool in here, to be honest. Because an energy switch could do what Flaffy did with all these EXP shares. So we have a bunch of EXP shares in play. We don't put Raichu in play. And then my opponent goes, you know, the opponent knocks something out. You put the energy on the back line with the EXP share, and then you go Miraidon for Raichu, Arven for E-Switch, attached to Raichu, E-Switch off some of your Pokemon to a Raichu. Like, assuming you're out of generators at that point. Because Generator can do the same thing as well. But it'd be nice to, like, set up a Raichu in play, and then have a backup Raichu. So if your opponent does go KO the Raichu, then you have a backup Raichu. But it allows you to put it in play ahead of time to make your opponent have to, like, worry about that as well. Is there a world where you play 4 EXP share? If Raichu's that important, yes. Yeah, if Raichu's that important, that'd be like the question. How important is Raichu? If Raichu is super important for a lot of matchups, then we probably want to play. We could go up to 4 EXP share for sure. But maybe playing more Town Store would just be better, because Town Store can get EXP share plus other stuff. Or it's possible to use Town Store in back-to-back turns. It's possible to use Town Store into back-to-back turns to get you know, like back-to-back EXP shares, or like EXP share into 4 Seal Stone or something. So it's like another value of it for sure, is that. Valiant Super Odd Bundle Energy Switch collapse for Lum. Collapsing Lumber doesn't really matter too much in this deck, I don't think. Yeah, Collapse is pretty bad. Yeah, I would never play. Collapse really isn't a consideration, I don't think. Not playing the Lum itself could be a consideration, though. Yeah, that could work. Ice Mew plus Heavy Ball. No, I want the option to put 2 Mew in play. Penny? No, I don't think I'd play. I'd play Collapse before I played Penny. Silene for Catcher and Gen. You can't. Well, you could find it. You could go Silene and then Mew back into the card. I don't hate that, actually, to be honest. Yeah, I don't hate that. That'd be interesting. Silene would be an interesting inclusion because you could get, yeah, you could recover Prime Catcher, or you could put back a generator and then Mew into it and then use it again. I don't hate it. I'd probably play it over. Could you? All right. Well, that's kind of crazy. What if you played no boss's orders? That's probably bad. Maybe 1 boss, but instead of more boss, you played Silene's, so you could just reuse Prime Catcher. And of course, well, yeah, because that could work. Because instead of like using boss for turn, instead of using boss, you could just Arven for Prime Catcher. If your Prime Catcher's prize, you're kind of screwed, I guess. And then instead of more boss, you just play Silent. You probably play 1 boss because you have Luminion for boss. But actually, the idea of it's kind of cool. The idea of it is kind of cool. You should just play Pokemon Catcher at that point, right? No, because Silene is flip 2 coins, get 1 heads to get. Silene has more use in that as well. Like, you could play a research to hope to find multiple Catcher, to then hope to find multiple Catcher to then get 1 of 2 heads, or you could just flip 2 coins with your Silene, get 1 heads, get the Prime Catcher back, use the Prime Catcher. So that could be kind of cool. Promote Raikou, you're getting the switch effect anyways. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down to. I would be down to like build it that way, to be honest, to try that out. That seems interesting. But we still play 1 boss or no? Then you need Raikou to draw it. I mean, Raikou or Mew. Raikou or Mew both work. Should we just play 0 boss? Or 1 boss? Because we could go Luminion for Silene, or we could just go Luminion for boss. Like, if we're living off Silene to begin with, why would we not live off Silene harder? I guess it means, like, we could prize Prime Catcher and still have some form of Gust. All right, maybe we keep 1 boss. How do you spell Silene? I'm missing, was it 2 L's? Wait. Dude, I'm blanking on how to spell Silene. Is it just 2 L's? It is just 2 L's. I was like, bro, what the fuck? All right, we'll keep 1 boss. We'll keep 1 boss. If we adding Silene, possibly going to at least 3 Silene would be very important. I don't know why adding more, like, I don't think just because we're playing Silene over some kind of boss that we need to play a bunch of Silene always. I don't know why going to 3 would be that much more important. We're also hoping we just don't ever get Tails, because getting Tails sounds terrible. I mean, not ever, but like most of the time. Okay, so the only thing would be playing Pokemon Catchers. Okay, playing Pokemon Catchers. All right, hold up. There is a reason that Pokemon Catchers could be better. So the trade-off here is if we play Research and then find Pokemon Catchers. Okay, if we play Research and then find Pokemon Catchers, we can also just find other stuff. But if we play Silene to recover Prime Catcher, we're basically going to be playing as if we get 1 heads. We're basically playing if we get 1 heads, we only get Prime Catcher. So Silene only sees us Prime Catcher, which does guarantee our Gust. But I guess you could Silene into the generator if you need. But the thing is, like, Research could find you a Catcher and a generator, right? I wouldn't be like playing Silene as if I was getting double heads. I'm playing Silene as if I'm getting 1 heads and I get to use that card. When I play Research, me getting a Catcher and a generator is not that ridiculous, to be honest. But the idea of the Silene is definitely interesting. I guess I'll say that. Definitely interesting. Maybe we like actually cut an Arven and create a space if we do it like that. Wait, how did I get 2 spaces? Wait, was I at 59 before I added the Silenes over the 2 boss? I might have been. Hang on, I'll be right back. Look at the list, come with some ideas, I'll be right back. All right, my bad. I had to go get the door. All right. We should not put Billy in our deck. He's weak to lightning. He's gonna get scared. Wait, actually, that's kind of a fair point. You're banned. Is the trade-off of silent being dead in your hand worth it? I don't know. I haven't tested the deck. The idea of silence is cool though. Recovering generators more so than anything is like the cool part. Because then you could even go like, then you could go Miraidon for Raichu, silent generator on top, Miraidon into the, or Mew or Raikou into the generator, play the generator, get the energy on the Raikou, and then go from there. Yeah, I have no clue if it's good though. I have no clue. Could Ninja be a thing? I think we played Ninja. We definitely want to play Super Odd. I mean, what does our bench space look like, right? Like Miraidon plus 2 attackers plus Squawkabilly plus Mew, 3, 4, 5, and then we have like 1 bench space open for like second Mew or Luminion. I guess there would be bench space for Miraidon or for Ninja, excuse me. Yeah, there would be bench space. Why not use the Baby Miraidon for energy charge? What does the Baby Miraidon do? It's probably just too slow. Oh wait, you mean this one? It's just too slow. We're trying to be more aggressive than that. Yeah, I think we're trying to be more aggressive than that. I mean, I could see playing one of in here, to be honest. So if we go second and then we don't go for a turn 1 hands, we can just like load up our hands, I guess. I guess that wouldn't be terrible. You just load up your Iron Hands. That'd be like okay, I guess. We want to get like a prize card off it, but we get our Iron Hands set up. That'd be all right. I don't hate it. I would want to build the deck more around just trying to get off a turn 1 Iron Hands, though, to be honest. And then if that's like not possible, if you're like getting turn 1 Iron Hands going second doesn't happen often enough, then we could add one of these, I guess. Oh, it does have 2 retreat costs as well, yeah. You can set up an amp play on Zard with Cobalion. Wait, 70. Wait, what? What can? Does the extra attachment right on EX? Oh, the extra attachment right on EX? This one? 150 attach one, a basic energy card from your discover to one of your bunch of. No, there's no shot that's worth. No way. Techno Turbo, the Techno Turbo one. Appreciate that prime sub there. Santi TV, go up to the right back. All the vanilla, but we got plenty of apples. All right, what are we at? We're still at 58 cards. We're still at 58 cards. What are we locking in on these last couple cards? Yo, what's up, Sweeney? Gotta lock something in here. Gotta lock something in here. Rod Palpad? Nah, no Palpad. Lost Vacuum? I don't hate a vacuum. Don't hit a Rod, don't hit a vacuum. Boss? If anything, I'd want to just do more Silenes to try and do the Silene thing. I'm gonna seems pretty good. Probably a second one. True. Probably need another one of those. YOLO 4 Silene. Could do it. Could do it. Do it to him. The more I'm thinking about the Silene stuff, though, it almost feels like it should just be 4 catcher. Like maybe it should just be like. Should it just be this? Maybe the Silene is a meme, but it's a good meme. Now I want 2 boss as well, 2 boss 4 catcher, but now I'm at 61, so now I got to bring it back down to 60. How do we get back down to 60 now? Maybe we just do 1 boss. No, I kind of want 2 boss though. I want 2 boss. Minus store. We can go down to 1 store. Sure. Boom. Perfect 60. Lock it in. Perfect 60. Just like that. I do kind of want that energy switch, but hopefully maybe just try and save a generator or something like that. Bravery Charm? What does Bravery Charm matter against? Charizard plays Vacuum. I've never used this list, to be honest. Akko, if you liked the deck, then it would just qualify as a bad deck. Like any deck that you would play, like that's how I pick what are good decks and bad decks, is like, would Akko play it? If the answer is yes to Akko playing the deck, then it goes to the bad decks. If Akko wouldn't play it, it goes to good decks. Matter against Dinobox, the Bravery Charm. Yeah, I guess I'd have to like test that though. Could matter though. What does that even mean? Joke's on you, Moon is dead after rotation? What does that even mean? Good flowchart? Yeah, that's how I figure out. I only play Moon best deck. What do you mean? We got more Moons. The Moons, they're just more Moon options. More Moons, more options. Oh, hang on. How do I save the deck again? Oh, hang on. Let me save the deck real fast. All it. Wait, where's... Oh, okay. Save. And then... Wayward shit. Wait, was there another deck I was gonna do? Or was it just that? Wait, what other decks are... What decks have I not done that there is decks still to, like, make lists around? Have I done it? I have done pretty much everything, right? Golden Go? I'm not gonna do Golden Go. Moon. Moon Ancient Box. We already did... Well, Moon Ancient Box, I guess, would be one. Moon Ancient Box. Yeah, I guess we do like a full moon box. Yalga. Nah, I already did the Torterra. We could do Torterra. Oh, didn't I put that down my list? What did I put on my list? Torterra. I put Torterra, Incineroar, Bronzong, and Banette. There's definitely some decks there that we could do, I guess. I don't know if we'll do Incineroar. We could do a Torterra build, to be honest. We could do a Torterra build. You appreciate the 7 months there, C-Man Cuddles. And but it's PTCG live up. Banette feels like Banette feels like a deck I can't just like make a deck around though. Banette does not feel like a... I do Gouging Fire? Nah, but I'm not going to. Banette, I mean, Banette... What did I just say? I don't even know what I said, but Banette feels like a deck that is hard to make a deck around without playing it. I need to, like, play the... I need to play with the deck as I build it, because I just have, like, so uninspired. Like, not uninspired, but I need, like... I don't know, it's so weird. It's like, some decks I feel like I can build without playing, but then there's other decks that, like, I want to play with them as I build them. Otherwise it feels like hard to build them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Banette kind of falls in that category for me, where it's like I need to be like playing with it so I can like work on it. How would I define skill in playing the TCG? I wouldn't. Banette with Aerodactyl V-Star could be broken. Build Avalug. Is there actually a good Avalug, or is this a meme soda? New Pokemon deck. We could do Torterra though. We can like figure out something with Torterra though. Build Control? Nah, but I'm not trying to build Control. I haven't done a Control build yet, but I'm not going to. Is this like a is this a deck where we, what am I saying? Are we like, are we gonna rare candy this thing or no? That's what I mean. Are we gonna rare candy this thing? I don't think so, right? I think we're just evolving it up. Although, I mean, turn 2 Torterra sounds nice. Yeah, turn 2 Torterra doesn't, it just sounds nice for sure. Please switch to dark mode. Oh, I didn't even realize that was a thing. Oh, okay, yeah. That's better, yeah. Bottle's like really good. Yeah. It is really good. Like I said, yeah, it depends if we want to like candy out the first one. So we could candy out the first one. Like two rare candy. I play 4 candy, 3 grotto. 4 candy and a thick Beautifly line. Oh, jeez. Beautifly? I don't know how I feel about that. TM Evo? Oh, I could see TM Evo actually, I guess. Can't play Bib because we need grass mons. Yeah. I just like what? Let me just look at grass Pokemon. So grass. If I make it standard, oh, it is counting the new cards. Okay, cool. So we want this thing, right? This thing just seems too good to not play. We want bench space for Whimsicott, right? That seems too good to not play. Rabska? Could play Rabska. Yeah, what do we want to play for that kind of stuff? Like, what do we need to protect ourselves from? We probably want Toad Scroll, right? We need one of the Toad Scrolls to actually be able to win games against like Chien Pao and stuff. Where's the Toad? We need this one, right? Cricketune? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about this guy. Plus 40 HP, so we could have 380. To the little dude. Yeah, so it should be like a what? A 2-1-1 Toad Scroll line. Oh, oops. Rain Serena? Well, I don't hate the idea of it, but I don't know if the math ever matters. Like, are they always going to be able to 2 a KOS anyways? If we played Cricketune, we'd maybe play it because then our HP would be so much higher. Like this. Yeah, you could do Hero's Cape as well. We could have 480 HP. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot of HP. That's our plus Ancient Entry just destroys his deck, right? It's tough for sure. Cheryl in this deck would go Brazy. I mean, Turo's like kind of the same thing. We do need an energy, I guess. Wait, Cheryl, it's literally, Turo's the exact same thing as Cheryl, though, actually. Literally exactly. Are we drawing cards, though? I don't know if we need to draw cards. Like, I think we can maybe just live out of the hand. We can maybe just live out of the hand. I think that's probably fine. Beautifly is B-Barrel. Yeah, but what's the bench look like? Okay, let me think about our bench space for a second. So active Torterra, bench, or active Torterra, bench Grotto, and then we have 4 bench spaces to work with after that, I guess. We do have a lot of space for like tech Pokemon. We need to protect our bench from. Another question is, do we need to protect our bench from like Greninja and stuff? I don't know if we do. If Turtwig survives Greninja, and then do we need to protect our bench from Sableye? Once again, I don't know if we do. So I feel like we don't need Rabsca or Manaphy or anything like that. Tort, Wims, Toad, Rabsca, Beautifly. No, I'm not gonna play Rabsca, I don't think. Wims. We do have to get Toadscroll down turn 1 and evolve it in the Champ Out matchup, otherwise they just snipe it. That's true. I mean, but Rabsca would be like the same thing, right? If we Team Evo, I don't think we need a bench protection. Yeah, I actually like the idea of Arvid and Team Evo, to be honest. Then maybe we could just like not play Candy if we're playing Team Evo, right? Oh, can I reset it from here? Oh, nice. Oh, wait, but I want this filter. Okay. Oh, oops. Yo, appreciate the 42 months there, T-Tone. Right, which one of these is best? 51 retreat. Attach a basic grass energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. Spore, but 2 retreats. So it's got to be one of the 1 retreaters, right? What is optimal so Charmander doesn't KO it? What if we open it though? We could get heat tackled. It also allows us to bench it later, right? Without it getting KO'd. I still feel like playing the grass ones make more sense. Maybe I'm trolling. Because we want to be able to search them out with Grottle. We want the grass ones. We want to be able to Grottle for them. Yeah, you definitely play a grass one. The question is just which grass one. Maybe this one because it can attack. The Furious Kicks. Those feet though. Yeah, I guess we're kicking. We're an Arven deck. Then we want Cape. Yeah, my camera. What the fuck? Oh, is this not tagged for standard format? Okay. Wait. Am I trolling? Oh, it doesn't come up when I do that. Interesting. I guess it's not officially standard yet, but how about Cricketune? We could do Cricketune. So our bench would look like what? Torterra, Grottle. Torterra in the active, Grottle bench, Whimsicott. Space for Whimsicott. That's 4 spaces. And then Toadscroll would be good in some matchups. I almost feel like we should play in like a 2-2 Whimsicott here, to be honest. I feel like some kind of vessel. What about Turo? And then gift energy? Nah. No shot. Like 8 energy maybe? Do we only need like 2 Torterra EX? Do we even need 3? Maybe 2's enough because we'll play a Super Rod at least, right? We're hoping our Torterra doesn't get KO'd, right? Isn't that like part of the our attack only costs 1 energy? You're saying we should do less energy? No way the baby Torterra isn't good in here. Let me read it again real fast. Are we actually KOing anything with this thing though? What does this do again? We can do 300 damage. I guess we could play 1. We'll play 1. We'll play 1. Seven energies. Maybe even just 1 vessel. I just don't want to prize the vessel because I want to be able to go Arven for vessel on that. I also think we should play, because we're playing Arven, we should probably actually play some kind of Poffin. So it should be like 2 Poffin, Nest Balls. Oops, not Next Balls. Nest Balls. And then you got to find the first Grottle to Grottle Chain. Or maybe we don't, though. What if we just don't play any Ultra Balls and we just always rely on TM Evo? I'm fine with that, to be honest. Let's just play no Ultra Balls. Great Ball? I could see... honestly, I'd probably prefer Great Ball to Ultra Ball. Some lineup Beautifly doesn't seem bad in here. But then we have to play Candy. I don't want to play Candy. I don't really want to play Candy. Because then we have to play Candy. Well, I guess we could like evolve the Beautifly up. I guess we don't have to Candy the Beautifly, to be honest. What does our bench look like, though? Torterra in the active. I guess we technically only need 2 Torterra things in play, but I was thinking we would have 3. Will Jordy do anything on Tina? Yeah, I have 2 videos up on YouTube with Tina. Arc Tina and Lost Tina on YouTube. 3, 4, maybe 5, and then 6 with one of the Toad Scroll lines. But people play with Grottle seems good because he says you can keep using Grottle. That's what I was thinking too, yeah. I think we should play... I like the idea of 2 Grottle on the bench. Torterra active, 2 Grottle on the bench. At least 1 Whimsicott line in play. Yeah, I think we can just rely on... Just do 4 Poff and 4 Nests, to be honest. And just like rely on TM Evo to get to the Grottles and then Grottle from there. I think it's actually probably fine, to be honest. I don't think we need Ultra Ball in here. I think we can go no Ultra Ball. We do theoretically have bench space for some kind of draw engine, though. We do have bench space for a draw engine. Is there any other way to pick up Whimsicotts? Is there any way to pick up Whimsicotts or no? Is it just Turo? I mean, we could Turo the Whimsicott or the Torterra, but... You ever play Pidgeot V and Force System? Otherwise, Arven just sucks after turn 1. Well, Arven can find us Vessel, that finds us Energy, and then Grottle can find us Whimsicott, and Whimsicott finds us the other thing. You appreciate the 9 months there, Baloff. What's the social duel in this deck? Gives us a win condition against Chen Pao, and then also we probably should play a counter catcher actually. Counter catcher and a boss. Gives a win condition against Chen Pao, and then also stops the EX stops effective attacks to stop Star Requiem. I kind of like Gear over Draw Engine. Gears over Draw Engine. I could see that. Yeah, we could add Gears here still. Actually, should we play? We should probably play more tool cards than just the Hero's Cape, right? What other tools should we play? Is there any tool that increases HP? Defiance Band so they can't boss loss impact Toad Scroll? Yeah, but I don't even know if we're gonna be ahead. I don't even know if we're gonna be behind against Tina that consistently, to be honest. Don't use 80 HP Turtwig? I wish. Bravery? Yeah, like we could play. Yeah, we're not always gonna be behind. We could, yeah, Bravery Charm would work, right? Yeah, I like the idea of a Bravery Charm. Like 1 Bravery Charm for the Toad Squirrel against the Tina matchup. Oh wait, no, Bravery Charm is basic only. Yeah. Wait, yeah. Is there anything that works? There's that stage 1. There's the what? The rigid thing. Rigid band. We could play rigid band. Put the rigid band on the Toad Squirrel EX to stop Tina from lost impacting it. I like that. Luxurious, but you give 1 more prize card. Giving up another prize card does not sound great, but it could still be correct. Is there anything that makes sense for... Honestly, we could play like a 3rd Toad Scroll and like a 3rd Cottony here as well. We could play like 3 of each, or maybe a heavy ball becomes better at that point. This prize in our 2nd Toad Scroll or prize in our 2nd Cottony does not sound great. Honestly, maximum belt is greater than cape. 230 goes hard. Let me think about that for a second. There's a Cricketune Paul, yeah. Plus 40. Oh, it rotates? Oh, never mind then. 230 is pretty good, to be honest. You're not wrong about that. All right, maybe the maximum belt is better. 340 HP is already like out of range out of most things, right? Like some kind of Ultra Balls to have more options for the turn 1 Turtwig. I think I'd rather play Artisans still, though. I don't know. I think I'd still rather play Artisans. Or Great Balls, maybe. Or Great Balls, to be honest. The vest that prevents 40 damage. It only works when you're behind. Yeah, we could do maximum, to be honest. Yeah, I think we do actually want, the more I'm thinking about that, I think we do want the double Grotto on the bench. Radiant Serena? Maybe. It would depend on the matchup more so than anything, to be honest. Oh, we do need to play like some kind of switch, right? We need to play like 2 switches. Because people are going to be like Gus trapping up our Toad Squirrels or something stupid. Oh, we have Turos though. Maybe we don't need that many switch actually. We have Turos. Maybe 1 switch. 1 switch. 1 switch, 2 Turo. So we can Arven for the switch. Baton to keep energy in play? I don't think so. 1 baton would be like okay, but what if we prize a Torterra EX? And we have 1 Super Rod. They all have to get through 1 as well. Gardenia ever be worth? No, I don't think so. Do not think so. I mean, we still have 5 spots. We still literally still have 5 spots. Isn't Radiant Venusaur pretty good here? I mean, I don't know. Am I gonna get my hand low enough to use Radiant Venusaur? I don't think so. You need Lost City for Radzard, probably. That would be good. We do not have a way to find the Lost City though, so it's just like in the deck. It like exists, but I don't know if we'll ever find it. Big air balloon to give our Torterra for your treat. I don't know. Do we ever need to do that though? Wouldn't Radiant Guardian protect the Toad from lost impact? It would, but then it would reduce the damage we do. But hang on, how much damage are we doing again? Was it 30 times each grass Pokemon in play? So we're doing 180? Doing 150 really be that much worse? We wouldn't want to KO Zard. But some matchups it wouldn't matter. Like some matchups we could have something like that down, to be honest. Yeah, there are some matchups where like having that down actually wouldn't matter. Good job, EM4 Seal Stones. It sounds cool. That doesn't seem bad. I don't hate it. The belt you KO Zard still. Well, that would KO the first Zard, but then I worry about the second Zard after they vacuum our belt or KO our Zard or KO our Torterra. I mean, Gauzebuck, search for Lost City. No shot. 1 Iron Leaves. No, we don't play enough energy. Warren, just set up another. We'd rather just set up another Torterra than want to KO them with 1 energy than losing 3 energy to an Iron Leaves. The Torterra has like a 1 prizer to force a 1 prizer is probably correct though. I do kind of like that, to be honest. XP share? No, we don't need energy. We don't need energy. This thing takes 1 energy to attack. Energy acceleration is not something we need. Gift energy anti-Iono? That'd be something. I want more ways to reset the Whimsicott, but I don't think it exists, right? Not sure. Is it one colorless or grass on Torterra? It's a grass. Otherwise, we would play gift energy 100%, or other energy, jet energy even maybe. But it is a grass, not a colorless. It'd be kind of broken if it was a colorless, to be honest. No Rabska? No, Rabska seems not worth. You appreciate 36 months there. Monkey destruction switch. Pokemon League headquarters? I mean, maybe. I don't know if we're worried about basic Pokemon at all or not, though. And to that extent. Energy search? We already have vessels in there. I'd rather have vessel than energy search. I kind of just want like a third Toadscruel and a third Cottony, to be honest. Like, I want 3 of each of those. I think that's a start. And then I guess we could play Pokegears, right? We could play a gear count, at least 2. Oh, that's right. It doesn't. I was like, dude, what? Why didn't it give me Poke? What? Look at one of your face down prize cards. You may switch that card with the top card of your deck. Wait, what is this card? Pokemon card Gym Metal from XY. It's XY promo. Broken card. Lost City Radiant Shard. We don't have a way to find the Radiant Shard or the Lost City though. I guess we could play Pidgeot plus 4 Sealstone and that could find the Lost City. That could find Lost City. That could be our out to Lost City actually, to be honest. If we did play Pidgeot 4 Sealstone. Pidge, Forest, and a Lost City. Okay, I'm kind of down for that. Where are we finding the room for that, though? So we could maybe cut a grass. The grass deer thing is meant to be. Honestly, maybe. Would we rather play that? Yeah, what would we rather play? Let me look up the Sawsbuck real fast. Would I rather play Pidgeot 4 Sealstone or just play this? Would I actually rather play like a 1/1 of this Sawsbuck? To find my stadium. Probably the Pidgeot. I take it back. Probably the Pidgeot. Probably the Pidgeot. Where I was kind of thinking about it though for a second. So Forest, got a Poffin. And then I need a Lost City as well for Radzard. Okay, I'm down with that. Got the Lost City. I still want some count of Poffin because we need to find our basics on turn 1. We need to find our basics on turn 1. Do I want the Palpat to reuse boss? If anything, I'll just play more boss. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever play Palpat in here. You don't want to play Palpat in decks that don't interact with your deck very often. Like if I Palpated back 2 boss, who knows when I'm seeing that boss? We should just identify what supporter we want more of. It's different in like a deck like Gardevoir or something, because Gardevoir can see so many cards on a turn that when you Palpad your boss back, you've probably seen it that turn if you want to. Rigid seems mid. Yeah, but we need it for the Tina matchup, right? We put the Rigid Band on the Toadscruel on the bench, and then they can't Lost Impact it. And we put an energy on it and a Torterra, and then they can't start Requiem anyone. And we win. I don't know. I think that seems pretty good, right? I mean, if there's a better tool than Rigid Band, we could do that. I mean, we could just play Hero's Cape. We could just play Hero's Cape and then put that on our Toadscruel, right? I mean, what is our like? Okay, like for like the Chin Pao matchup, brought back the Scroll. Yeah, but then they can just boss it again. Nothing's really stopping them from doing that, right? They fall behind, counter catcher. They prime catcher too now. How are we attaching to all our guys? Just manual attachments return. We could just play Hero's Cape and 2 Rod over Rigid Band. What is the maximum belt? What is the maximum belt helping us with? What is the maximum build helping us with? A Chaos Chien Pao. But our win condition against Chien Pao is not drawing prize cards. It's Baby Toadscroll, right? Iron Hands. Ooh, true. Without maximum build, can we beat Iron Hands? Maybe not. That's a good one. Yeah. Gouging Fire. Dude, if they play Gouging Fire and Radzard, we lose. I don't think we can beat Gouging Fire and Radzard. I think we lose if they have Gouging Fire. Any big basic? Yeah, but Baby Toadscroll is our win condition. Do they just hands the Cruel? As what? Wait, hands the Cruel as Chien Pao? They can't. We have a Rigid Band on it. Got him. They definitely are going to go after our Toadscroll heavily. So we need... I think we actually need double Super Rod to be able to like recover our Toadscroll multiple times in a row. I feel like we actually maybe need second Super Rod to just like recover our Toads. Just continuously recover the Toads. I think if they have either or Gouging Fire and / or Radzard, I think you just lose. If they, you're saying if they have one of them, we lose, or if they have both? If they have both, we definitely lose. If they had, I think we can beat a Radzard with the Lost City. We're talking about the Baby Toad because you could play Luxurious Cape. Well, I guess you don't. To be honest, the more I'm thinking about it, we do need to be like somewhat aggressive against the Chien Pao deck. We can't let them sit there forever, I guess. You can't have basic sitting on the bench though, or Ninja gets them. We'll have like one basic on the bench, right? We'll have like one Toadscroll. I don't think we might not put Whimsicott in and play in that matchup, to be honest, against Chien Pao. Why not just run more Toad? We could run more Toad. That'd be well, because we'd want. I think I'd want the versatility of both in that situation. Because it's such an easy. It's so easy for us to go Arven for Super Rod, and then Grottle out the Toad again. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why it's different than something like Palpad. Like Palpad, if I play Palpad, it's like, well, I Palpaded boss back to my deck. I'll see it eventually, maybe, hopefully. But with this deck, we have Grottle. So Grottle, like playing more Super Rods, is probably better because of Grottle. Because if my opponent goes KO Toadscroll, that means my Grottle is definitely in play, and I can just go play Super Rod, recover it, Grottle for the thing. But there would be an argument that we wouldn't have to find the Super Rod. We could just find. It depends like what we need more of, to be honest. Yeah, it depends if we need more of. Depends. Yeah, it depends on how the matchups play out, I guess. Like if the people are constantly chasing this Toadscroll or this Toadscroll, depending on the matchup, we'd want another Super Rod. But if they only ever chase this Toadscroll and this one doesn't really get chased very much, then we could play two of the Baby Toadscroll, I guess. So I wouldn't be against playing two of this Toadscroll, to be honest. I'd be okay with that. We could actually do like this, to be honest. What if we did this? Heavy Ball, Super Rod. I kind of want more basic stuff. I mean, Heavy Ball's like potentially a basic, but potentially not. Heavy Ball's mid. I still kind of want the 3/3, to be honest. 1/1 Rabska. Yeah, we know. Rabska has been very much shouted. Rabska's existence is very well known. It doesn't seem worth it though. Would a Stoach Straw Beautifly be good here, or isn't there enough space? Isn't Heavy Ball good for pitch out prizes? It's all right. Kricketot is better than Rabska? I don't know about that, because Kricketot doesn't increase its own HP, right? Also, doesn't Kricketune rotate? Didn't we already go over this? Didn't we already go over this? What's it called? Is thoughts on Ditto since you're on Poffin? I mean, I'm not trying to like get a specific Pokemon on my active on turn 1, so I don't think Ditto's very good. Although if we could like Ditto on the bench, then it would be probably worth it because there'd be outs to find. We'd probably play 2 Dittos, so I could go Poffin for double Ditto and turn him to Turtwigs. But can you redeem a tier list? Yeah, you can always redeem a tier list. I just might not do it. How's your ideal bench looking? Torterra, Grotto, and then 3 spaces open for either 2 Toads or 2 Cottony, depending on the matchup from there. What is this? Post-COVID Pokemon NA Regional Championships location tier list? Yeah, we can do this one. I'm down. I'm just gonna finish this. Doesn't Ditto need to be in the active transform? It does, yes. Yeah, ideal bench is like 2 Grotto, 1 Torterra in the active, double Grotto, 3 spaces open for Cottonies or Toadscroll, depending on the matchup. Well, with that in mind, it almost makes it. What are we at? Well, we're at 61 right now? How are we at 61? Wait, what? When do we get to 61? That sucks. Oh, I have this in here. Yikes, man. How are we at 61? Gridjun makes you win Lugia and Qianpao for free. How does it do that? PTCG Live still down? I assume so. Does Poffin work beyond turn 1? It does, yeah. If so, why not run more Poffins and less Nest Balls? Because Poffin can't find Turtwig. Turtwig has 80 HP. How do you keep consistent with this list? I don't know. I haven't tested it. We're hoping it just does. I mean, how do you reliably find Arvin Evo energy? Hope to draw into it on the first turn. What are we running Bridgeband for? Toadscroll EX? Because theoretically up against Lost Tina, if you put Toadscroll EX in play, they can't Star Requiem anything with energy, but they could boss KO your Toadscroll EX and then Star Requiem, so we can put a Rigid Band on our Toadscroll EX to stop the Lost Impact, and then they can't Lost Impact us, and then they can't KO it, which means they can't Star Requiem either. We work Illuminating to guarantee the Arvin. We can't afford to lose the bench space. We need all the bench space for the grass Pokemon. What's Turo for? Resetting our Torterra. Our Torterra takes 1 energy to attack, so our opponent goes punch our Torterra, and then we go Whimsicott, heal it, put an energy on it, attack again, repeat. Lugia and Qianpao cannot one-shot anymore. Wait, what is Qianpao's damage capped at? Qianpao can still want to KO you, right? They have 8 waters. Even with less than 8 waters, they can still one-shot you. If you play Cape and Cricketune, I guess you're out of range, right? But they could prize water, of course. They could prize water and not be able to get all 8. If you have Cricketune plus Cape, you're out of range, right? We could run the minion collapsed. It's just too much work. Who knows when we'll ever find the collapsed. Okay, we have no way to find the collapsed. We have Luminion in play, clogging up our bench. I'd rather just play more consistency cards that don't involve benching a non-grass Pokemon. Because obviously Luminion is not a bad consistency card. Candy? No, no candy. I'm not gonna do any candy. The problem with Cricketune is it just dies. If you put Cricketune in play against Qianpao, you have to have Rabsca or Manaphy on your bench to protect yourself from just dying. Cricketune literally just dies. There's They're just gonna Greninja your Kricketune. And he's just dead. I don't think Kricketune the answer. No shot, Kricketune. How am I at 61? Wait, I thought I got under 60. Oh, Kricketune got out. Get out of here, Kricketune. What the fuck? Try to sneak in there, bro. What the heck? Keep the Kricketune. True. We could rigid band the Kricketune. I'm bringing my energies back after Arturo. Well, I'm just gonna hope I have an energy in my hand, probably. But also, we do play a Super Rod. And our attack only requires 1 energy, so we can just like sit there with an energy in our hand and we just go like Turo, and then attach again, attack. If we Vessel ahead of time, then we'll be sitting with 1 extra energy in our hand. Obviously, we could get Ionoed, but... Yeah, I feel like the only thing... Actually, I don't really want to add anything else to this, to be honest. I would just want to like play it as is and see if it works. I think we like need the Lost City for the Radzard. If they have like Gouging Fire and Radzard, I think we just lose, but... I don't really think there's much to like do about that. The deck is def weak to Iono counter catcher plays. What do you mean, for them stalling or just like getting a key knockout? Is that after we get the bug catcher kit too? That would probably be correct to play in here, right? The bug catcher kit. I would assume so. God forbid NTV. I mean, if they're playing NTV, we're like 0-4 in like any tournament situation anyway, so it's okay if we're like losing. Like, if we're playing against someone playing NTV, we're 0-4 for sure. NTV sucks. There's no shot. All right. He's the perfect Torterra 60 here. Isn't 3 Poffins and 4 nests a lot? I don't think so. We're not going to use them all, but we want to find them. It's not like we get to open. If we play 1 Poffin and 1 nest ball, we don't get to open with our 1 Poffin and nest ball at the beginning of every game. Like, we want to open with some of them, and then we need to Arven for other stuff around it. Or if we open up with like the Vessel, then we can Arven for the Poffin. But sometimes we have to Arven for the Vessel and not the Poffin. Or sometimes we have a Poffin and we need to Arven for a nest ball and the TM Evo. Yeah, but I don't get to like choose everything that we get. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Banette EX Clodsire Salvatore deck that's been popping up in Japan? No thoughts. Haven't looked at it. Haven't tried it. I mean, it's cool if it's good though. I'll say that at the very least, I guess. I was talking about... Wait, isn't that literally what I mentioned the other day? I was like, Banette Clodsire seems cool. I think I literally mentioned that. I was like, I like Poison plus Banette seems cool. I was like, wait, this sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. Yeah, but no overall thoughts. All right, saved. Yeah, I'll put this in the Discord. I'll put all the ones. Well, if I remember, I'll put the images in the Discord. Is the rigid band for the Grotto boss or the Toadstool X? It's for the Toadstool X. I mean, maybe it can work out on a Grotto in like a situation, but yeah, it's not in there for that. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get on PTCG Live again. You also copy the text so we can easy import. All right. You know what? Because you asked nicely. Text though, hold on, I gotta find that. What did we have another deck that I was gonna build? We just did Torterra. I don't know if I'm gonna do Incineroar. I don't think I'm gonna do Bronzong either. I could do Banette. We could make Banette. Banette Clodsire. We could do Banette Clodsire. 2 minutes? Oh, is it supposed to be up in 2 minutes? No, it's supposed to be up in an hour from now, right? Can I share my list? Not in chat. Put it in Discord though. Dude, what if the... I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible that there's more... They need more time as well. It's very possible they need more time. Right. It's possible they delay it further. Hopefully not, but Arc Armor Rouge. That's a cook right there. That's like a big time cook. Do the tier list. Oh yeah, we should probably do the tier list. Yeah, we should do the tier list. Hey, I'll get the text for those decks though. How do you do that? Tools, share, copy, import. Import link. What does that look like? Oh, okay, that's cool. That's actually something I was gonna like mention as like that would be like a cool thing to see actually added as like a way to link it to the. You can copy an import link and it takes you to Limitless Builder with. The other thing that would be cool, I guess, would be it'd be nice to be able to like share your Limitless profile of decks, like your deck library, or is that already possible? I just don't see where it is. I don't think so. Like as a content creator, that'd be specifically be nice, so that way I could just like upload all my decks to Limitless, and then on my YouTube description, I just put my Limitless link. But yell at Robin. Yeah, I think Robin said he was working on that. Oh, okay. Essentially just a Google Drive for decks. Oh, okay. Maybe he's already working on it then. Still yell at him? True. Probably still worth yelling at him, to be honest. Alright, what am I doing? Tier list? There's no channels to chat in? That's not true. There's a lot of channels. Doing it wrong because you're a boomer? You're definitely just doing it wrong. Alright, so this tier list is... What is this? Post-COVID Pokemon NA Regional Championship Locations tier list. Time for YouTuber voice. I probably won't put this one on YouTube. I did think about it for a second though. Okay, we're just gonna go from that first to the. We'll just go first. So Arlington, Texas. And where is this one located? Like, so what am I gonna be basing these off of? Locations? I guess it's like where it was located physically as well. Because Arlington was pretty mid. Usually Dallas regionals are pretty nice, pretty good. Like the one at DFW, was it at DFW? I think it was at DFW. The one at DFW is kind of dope because it was literally in the airport, which is cool. Based off the food, yeah, the food will definitely be a factor. Yeah, Arlington was honestly kind of mid for like location wise. I'll put it in B for now. It was definitely kind of mid. Arlington should be S tier for price of getting there plus reasonable food options, late night post tourney. It is like a decent location to like get to. Like it's not like getting there is fine. Like you get to you get there. It's like reasonable to get there for sure. But overall, compared to the other Texas like regionals, it was definitely worse. I guess I don't know if I put it hotels were so cheap. Were they? I don't remember. I might keep it in B. It's not gonna get S tier. I'm not giving it S tier. It didn't feel like S tier to me. Baltimore also, like the venue in Baltimore was bad too. I'm going Baltimore C. Maybe Baltimore will be D though. What would be worse than Baltimore? Baltimore was definitely mid. Charlotte's at least an A for me. I like the location, food options, everything is like right there as well. Yeah, Charlotte's at least an A for me. Charlotte might have to be, oh wait, no, not Charlotte, Hartford. I'm thinking about Hartford for some reason. What one is Charlotte? Wait, didn't we just go to Charlotte? Dude, hang on, let me try and rack my brain. Charlotte just happened, right? I'm literally trying to remember. Charlotte literally just happened, but I can't remember it. What did I play? Charlotte was still decent though. Charlotte's at least B, maybe A. Hartford's A. Hartford's probably S. Hartford's S. Charlotte's A. Yeah. I put him a ride on this, right? Dude, they just all blend together. Dude, yeah, they literally just all blend together. They all blend together. Fort Wayne. Dude. Fort Wayne is a decent location as well. Right there. There's a bunch of hotels nearby. There's a bunch of food options nearby. Fort Wayne's pretty good. That's an A. Indianapolis. Indianapolis is a pretty good location. Maybe not S. Definitely at least A though. Indianapolis is also solid. Wait, that was Knox? Dude, it does? Yeah, dude, they do all this kind of blend together. Knoxville? I remember Knoxville now too. Knoxville was alright. I'm not gonna give it A, I'm gonna give it Knoxville B. Knox was too small. It wasn't pretty, yeah, we were kind of cramped in there for sure. We have Knoxville B. Los Angeles hasn't happened, so I can't, this one actually I can't. Los Angeles actually I don't know, because it just hasn't happened. Vancouver's an S for me. I love Vancouver. Milwaukee happened not that long. Would Henry win Milwaukee? I'm trying to remember what that one was like. Dude, they all just blur together. It's literally like all I remember is the convention centers, the inside of the convention centers. I don't remember anything else besides that. Milwaukee's probably a B though. Orlando. Orlando's usually pretty good. I would maybe give Orlando S actually, to be honest. Orlando's usually pretty good. I'm gonna give Orlando S tier. Peoria D. Oh, there is a D tier. Peoria. Baltimore was maybe better than Peoria. Peoria D, Baltimore C. Pittsburgh. Dude, why are these all so tough to remember? Toronto's pretty nice too. Toronto's ARS. Dude, why are these all so tough to remember? Sacramento's like B. EU regionals straight up feel like a giant gas station. A giant gas station? Think there was ever a chance to have at least a regional in Las Vegas? Probably not. Yeah, probably. Well, I don't think we're ever going to Vegas. Portland, C. Oh, that's Pittsburgh. Portland's like C. Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City's decent. A. I like Salt Lake City. San Antonio. San Antonio was better than Arlington, so I guess I have to give it A. San Diego. I might like San Diego. San Diego's A. Pittsburgh. Secaucus, New Jersey. E. We haven't been to Los Angeles yet. That's coming up. NAIC in Vegas would go hard, can't lie. I mean, I would like it to go to being in some major tournament being in Vegas. Some major tournament being in Vegas would be nice. I totally mixed up Arlington and San Antonio. I didn't go to Arlington. Yeah, the other Texas regional. Yeah, New Orleans isn't on here because it's just regional. It's just regionals. Let's see here. Pittsburgh. What one was Pittsburgh? Who won Pittsburgh? I don't remember Pittsburgh at all. The only way I remember tournaments is by who won the tournament. Yo, appreciate 24 months there, Dan Fan. Estrada won? Oh, okay. Sure was fine. It's like a B or a C. Probably B. Probably go B. All right, let me review this real fast. My S tier is Hartford, Vancouver, Orlando. Usually I would have Dallas up in S tier too, but San Antonio and Arlington have definitely been weaker locations than I appreciate the prime sub there. Cotton. Come to the red pack. Rod of lights. We got plenty of glass. Where's Fresno? There's no Fresno on here. There's no Fresno. But it would be Fresno would be C or D tier. Yeah, Fresno would be C or D tier for sure. Definitely C or D. Is this the Pokemon Basic Energy? No, I don't want to do that one. Maybe sometime in the future. Heedy. What do you not like about Portland? I'm a local, just curious. Portland's just kind of mid. I'm trying to remember this one exactly. I don't know. It's like I just did not enjoy the vibe. That's the same thing with Baltimore and Secaucus. Like I just did not like the city. Just was just felt mid. City felt mid. Kind of run down. Why is Orlando S tier? Orlando is S tier. I mean, it's a good location for everyone to go to. Lots of things to do if you want to do something outside of the event. Good food options. Generally pretty cheap to fly to. Vancouver's expensive, but I just really like Vancouver. So Vancouver's S tier for me. Portland's like middle of the pack for that as well. But I don't know. Some tournaments just like one of the things with like tournaments as well. It's not even so much. It's just like what the experience is like being there based on like who goes and who you know and who goes. So like the Texas tournaments are usually always rated a little bit higher than me because like everyone goes to the Texas tournaments, so I get to see a bunch of people, barbecue food, stuff like that. Like that would make me a fan of some locations over others. It's a vibes thing, you know. What percentage would you put on Pokemon dropping world dates at EUIC? I don't know. I assume they would drop it before them, but they might not. What state was Hartford in? Connecticut. Actually, they didn't have a Northeast. Oh, that was like last season too. They didn't have one this season. Do you see the controversy with some local game stores buying all the 151 stock at Costco? I did see that. I saw that on Twitter. It popped up on my feed. Pokemon drop the World States at UIC. I mean, it's coming up fast. I would say if they don't announce it before EUIC, my guess would be that they announce it at EUIC, but percentage, I guess I don't know. Yeah, my guess would be that if they don't announce it at UIC, they're gonna, or if they don't announce it before UIC, that they announcing it at it would make sense, I guess. But it'd be funny if they never dropped the exact Worlds dates. Yeah, people just had to guess. It seems like they're saving it for UIC. Yeah, they might be. Pokeball tier list. Oh wait, it's not the link I wanted. All right, I'm down. There's a ton of tiers though. I'm literally just basing this off of aesthetics, right? So this one's like F, and this one has like a ball around the ball, but I assume it's just the ball itself that is the part. Let's see here. How are we gonna start to break these down? This one looks better than that one, but it's still like ugly. This one looks better than that one, but it's still kind of ugly. This one is uglier than that one though, so we're gonna go like this. It's just the I'm doing the greens first, I guess. That's helping me build up here. Master Ball is pretty sick. I also like Ultra Ball and Quick Ball, but Master Ball is cooler. It's like that maybe. And then this is Level Ball. Level Ball is pretty cool too. Put Level Ball here. Do I put Quick Ball above Ultra Ball actually? And then maybe Level Ball goes there. Some of these I don't even know the names of. Well, this is Great Ball. But I'll put Great Ball. Yeah, Great Ball I think fits in this tier. Dusk Ball too low. Wait, which one is Dusk Ball? This is Dusk Ball? The regular Pokeball, the OG? It's okay. Probably a C tier. C tier ball. Heavy Ball? Definitely a step above. What is this one? What is? I don't even know what this one is. This one is like fine though. It's like a little bit better than a normal Pokeball, I guess. This one's kind of bland. This one as well. Not a huge fan. Straight. No, that one's probably. Well, is this worse than the? This one actually might be better. Maybe it goes like this. Trying to piece this together here. There's a lot of Pokeballs to go through. This thing is ugly. Whatever this is. This is. I'm not a big fan of whatever this is. We'll go F tier. Is this Netball? It looks like Netball. Netball's kind of cool looking. Put them up there. This one is also pretty cool looking. This might be an S tier. The red one is all. I also kind of like the red one too. We maybe put the red one up in S tier as well. Once I put this in D. E. The Love Ball. F. It looks like a Dino. What is this one? Looks like a C tier ball. That's Lure Ball. This one's kind of ugly. This one's got too much going on. Actually, it might be an F tier. No, it's probably like E. I mean, there are so many tiers, but I guess there are a lot of balls. This one's also pretty ugly, but it's not as ugly as this one. These ones are uglier than that one, so this one I guess is a D tier. This one's pretty plain. Worse than a Pokeball. But it's simple. I don't hate it. This one's pretty ugly. It's not F tier ugly though. This one has like a little S on it. What does that even mean? It's like a S? Super Ball? Which one is the luxury ball? I don't even know which one the luxury ball is. Is it this one? What is this one? This one is pretty ugly. But it's like, it's just the way it looks. Is this one from the Arceus game? Is that why it looks like that? These ones just like look uglier. This one and this one. Is this one, are these from Legends of Arceus? This one's solid. Let me go here. B tier. Doesn't remember Timer Ball Double Tails? That's because I never got Double Tails. I have to have gone double Tail a couple times. As your song played. Oh wait, did I not like? You know, I maybe forgot to fix the song request thing. Oh, I thought I did fix it. Might be broken still. Oh, it's still broken. Yeah. Okay, and I can fix it real fast right now. I can maybe fix it right now. We'll see. Because I forgot to fix it last time. It might not work. Yeah, I can't. It's not working right now. All right, I'll have to fix it later. I'll have to fix it before the stream tomorrow. I need to like write that down so I remember. I'm gonna check if PTCG live is up. We'll see. Nope. Dude, it's still down, bro. It's not coming back. Dude, jeez. You should rate them about how good they are in the TCG. Not all these are in the TCG, are they? Isn't it regular maintenance? It's some kind of maintenance. They're maintaining something. I'll tell you that much. What too many complaints? PTCG Live is over. Yeah, they shut the whole thing down. They're just kind of sick of our shit. And they're like, all right, fuck you guys. No, but it's not. Usually when maintenance happens, it comes up before the time is expired. But I guess this time it's taking the full amount of time. This time it's taking the full amount of time. Besides the latest ones, I think they... What was the other deck I was going to do? The other deck I was going to do was the Bonnet deck. Bonnet Clodsire. Oh. We could cook it. How sick is Mist Energy going to be? Does it protect against damage counters as well? Like all effects of attacks? Yes. I mean, it's a good card. Good card. Miss Magus? Well, I'm not going to cook Miss Magus post rotation. I was going to cook Miss Magus today on PTCG Live, but it is down for maintenance. Here's what I'll put my list in Discord. If you want me to take a look at the list, Cotton, you should send it. You should DM to me on Discord. I might not do anything with it, but I'll take a look at it at the very least. Whose message was that? This is a link to the scheduled events page at the Hawaiian Convention Center. So I've guessed the gap in August. So between the 15th and the 28th. It's going to be the weekend of the 22nd. That would make sense, right? So it's either that or it's the... All the other weekends have something. That would make sense. The weekend of the 22nd. Oh, you're going to cook Miss Magus, but there's maintenance. How convenient. Dude, I wanted to play. I actually was like, dude, like, after like doing nothing Pokemon related over the weekend, I was excited to play some Pokemon today. I was like, all right, gonna play some of the Steelix deck, gonna cook some Miss Magus. And then I forgot there was maintenance today. I think I knew there was maintenance today as well. I think I knew there was maintenance today as well, but I forgot. But yeah. Yeah, I forgot there was. I think I knew there was maintenance as well, but yeah. I appreciate the 6 months there, Ender. Run Celter Hands. Prime Entertainment. What's the update for? I was getting everything ready for like Temple Forces and some other updates. They're changing the ranked point system. They're changing the non-casual ladder point system, stuff like that. Will there also be maintenance on Thursday? No, I don't think so. The maintenance, yeah, the maintenance for Temple Forces is happening right now. There shouldn't be any maintenance. Yeah, it's supposed to be back in like 30 minutes, but I have to head off at 5 anyways. I might just like end the stream here, to be honest. Yeah, we might just end the stream here. Worked on a couple lists. I'll be streaming tomorrow though. We'll be doing our final dude stream of the month tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we have a 12-hour. I'm doing a 12-hour stream on Thursday, aiming for 12 hours for Temple Forces. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm gone in Vancouver, but I'll be streaming again on Tuesday. So I'll be back at it on Tuesday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll just be playing with Temple Forces decks. Like nothing in particular. Yeah, nothing in particular or anything like that. Just gonna be doing that. And then on Monday, on that following Monday, I leave for UIC. And I'm actually gonna be gone for like 2 weeks in a row because I'm going from EUIC to Chips, and then at Chips' place, I'm gonna work on some content, and then we're gonna go there from there to Orlando. So I'll be gone for like 2 weeks after I leave for EUIC. Right? 2 weeks? About 2 weeks. A little bit less than 2 weeks, I guess, but close enough. Cooking Bennett, yeah, no Bennett cooking. All right, chat, that's gonna do it for me then. I'm gonna head off. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, before Vancouver, I'll be streaming, and then I'll be gone for a couple days, and I'll be back, and we'll be doing some Temple Forces stuff. Should have an announcement on Friday, hopefully, of something cool. We'll see. I appreciate the 37 months there, Bishop. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to announce something on Friday while I'm traveling to Vancouver. We'll see, though. Let me find someone to rate here before I get out of here. Thanks for building Torterra. Yeah, Torterra was cool. It was cool. That was cool. It looks like it could be better than... I don't think it's going to be good, but it looks like it'll be better than... it'll be a good meme deck. Hopefully it's a good meme deck. Hopefully it's a good meme deck. All right, I'm going to go ahead and raid Pilot before I get out of here. Yo, I appreciate the 37 months there, Bishop. All right, chat, have a good one. See y'all tomorrow for decks out of Discord. And then Thursday, Temple Forces is finally here. It's taken forever, but it's finally here. Long time coming, rotation Temple Forces. I'll also be giving away a booster box of Temple Forces during the stream on Thursday, so make sure you come out for that at the very least. All right, have a good one, chat. See you tomorrow. Peace.